Welcome, everyone, to session one of our new campaign. In terms of where we are starting, these three, they're Dan's reading his now, but these three are starting off at a inn in the town of River's Edge, which is on the near the eastern coast of the country we are in, the continent. Um, yeah, and we'll learn more along the way. I did want to let everyone know about the way the currency is going to work as well. So you all know how much currency you have, but just to kind of break down the exchange rate for you, the way we're going to do this to make it simple as possible is that 10 copper coins equal 1 silver, 10 silver equal 1 gold. That's just to keep it simple, so you can judge it
What
from
is the
there.
average inflation rate of this currency?
No. But yeah, so most of the people here are first time, D&D players, and I am a first time DM, so there will be mistakes along the way, though it'll be definitely be a learning process. Okay, let's
So
see.
it begins.
Yeah, okay. So I wanted to originally write this out, but I kind of forgot about it, and so I didn't. So we're gonna do it off the rip. So if it's good, then it's good. If it's bad, then it's bad. But I wanted to say, as the starting, as we bequeath and let you all start the game.
Queef.
Bequeath.
Interesting word.
D&D, I've played it for years, inconsistently, but
Every day of his life.
I've had multiple sessions, and in those sessions, I've had a lot of very memorable experiences that I will probably remember for a long, long time. I hope to, give you all those same experiences as we travel through this world. I hope that you get to really connect to your characters, lose yourself in the role play, and really make a lot of memories, albeit, sad ones, happy ones. Going through grief, pride, whatever it may be. Hopefully, it'll be a rewarding experience. And as you all set off on your first D&D campaign, I hope that you'll enjoy it. Woo!
Here's
I was just about to say.
You three are each presented with a specific task in your own individual rooms. So let's hear what you decide to do.
Does anybody want to go first, or
Open-ended.
You're what?
That's so open-ended.
Yeah, I mean
Hold on,
that's
I gotta go.
Dungeons and Dragons. Whatever you can think of, can basically happen.
I would first like to go. Is this like a inn, like traditional inn? Like, does it have like a place to eat and like a bar at the bottom, or is it
No,
just?
so it's just lodging. And
Okay.
keep in mind, you all three have just been woken up. It is about 3 a.m. So, like, you got in at about like midnight. You only got like 3 hours of sleep, and then you were woken up. So it's about 3 a.m. right now.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go outside. Do I see anybody?
No, the streets are dead. It is.
No, I mean like
still
outside
dark.
my door, like in that hallway.
Oh, okay.
Like, is
Outside your
anybody
door.
standing outside?
Currently, there is not. Currently, it is still like empty right now.
Then I'm gonna go back in my room and study the map.
Okay.
Map.
Okay. So.
Map.
All right. Let's see here. You're studying the map. Let's do a. Give me a perception check. Actually, you know what? Let's do investigation check. Actually,
Investigation.
yeah. So
So-
intelligence.
Intelligence. That's what, a D20 plus 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever your modifier is.
First roll of the session.
Not
Fuck.
Not a good start.
Okay, so that's a 9.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Yeah, you're tired. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary about the map. It's just a straightforward map with a line leading through the town to the edge towards a rather large drawing of an oak tree.
Okay, then I'm gonna go back to sleep because I'm like I got this thing. I'm just gonna go back to sleep and I'll deal with it in the morning.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
I want to go now and investigate.
Okay, fair. You're gonna
I feel like
start
that's
heading
what I would
towards
do.
that tree.
Yes,
Okay. And
immediately.
Sarah?
I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna get ready. And
Okay.
then I'll go.
And then you're going to the tree as well? Okay.
Yeah, I'll head there.
Guess I'll be there first.
Okay.
And I went back to sleep.
Freezy said, "I ain't got time for this."
All right. So let's say, all right, Dan gets there. Okay, Dan.
Yes. Oh yes.
All right. So you arrive at the oak tree. Okay. So
while you're doing that, I'll be right back. Just you keep
Okay.
going.
Yeah, you're sleeping. So, all right, Dan, you arrive at the tree, the large oak tree that sits outside the city.
Yeah.
There's nobody there when you do arrive. So are you wanting to wait? Are you wanting to look around? What are you wanting to do?
I would say I would scout around, checking things, security and
Alright.
such.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay, so I need to roll now.
Mm-hmm. And
Which-
you'll add your intelligence modifier.
Well, how does that work? What do you mean?
So, like on your character sheet, it'll say intelligence like plus whatever or 0 whatever. So you just roll and then add whatever it says for intelligence.
Delivered. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So the intelligence thing, the thing, not the number, just the plus that it has.
Yeah, the plus. That's your modifier.
And if there's nothing for like one of them, then there's nothing.
then you just take the roll at
Okay.
face value.
Okay, so which one do I roll?
D20.
One.
Yeah.
5. 7. That'd be 7. I have a +2 intelligence. 7. I can say that now, right, Joe? I mean,
Yeah.
people are figuring, like, I can say, like, yeah, I have a +2 on intelligence, so that'd be 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So 7.
My bad.
Yeah.
All right, where are we
So
at?
I am
Dan's investigating the
investigating around the
tree.
area, yes.
Okay.
I just
all
did
right,
a
Dan. So
check.
a little bit beyond the oak tree, in the thicket of like the line of the trees,
Yes.
you find a raised stone platform just in the middle of the woods. It's got
Raised
some,
stone, like carved, or is this natural?
I think it's like naturally there, but it was carved to be like flat and smooth and just
okay.
like kind of like I don't even know how to describe what word that would describe that, but you know, I think you get the gist.
Yeah, okay.
There are some symbols on it. Can you give me a history check real quick?
Okay.
That will be wisdom modifier.
That'd be wisdom. And the
Yeah.
D20 again. Roll it.
Yep.
If you have your your D&D like character sheet pulled up from D&D Beyond, it has the various things next to it plus the modifier.
Okay, but that's fucked. I got a 3. 4.
Okay.
I got a 7 again.
Okay, so you don't know
7.
what those symbols are that are
God
carved
damn
into
it.
the stone, but after you get done investigating, you see a high elf walking towards your direction in the distance.
Is it Sarah? Or wait, not. What's her name? What are the names again? I don't know their
You want
names.
to unveil your name?
Oh yeah, unveil your name to me. I say hello, traveler.
My elf name is Vienna.
Okay.
And Joe
Vienna.
doesn't like this when I say this, but
Uh-huh.
like the sausage.
Hey.
The sausages.
Okay.
Okay.
No last name.
So do I need to say like? Do I need to
Yeah,
like
what do you-
answer? What would I do?
Mhm.
I'd probably hunch behind a tree or something for a second and like see what she's doing, and then like
Alright,
I'd wait,
Sarah.
and then I would approach her. Like once I know that she's like probably not a threat.
Okay, Sarah, what do you do when you arrive? You don't see anyone at the tree.
Prompt before this. Okay, when I get to the tree, I'm going to circle it and look for something.
Okay. For that, let's get a perception check.
Okay, let me pull up that number.
Okay.
There's gonna be like,
So
you roll a
that's-
20, it's a tree.
That's what?
Your perception is
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Oh, yeah, wisdom, yeah.
So it'd be your
okay.
wisdom modifier plus whatever you roll for a d20.
So when I'm looking at the sheet, there's the number on top and then there's a number below.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
whatever the
it's
smaller
a
number is.
plus. Yeah,
the-
Yeah,
plus
the
whatever.
plus number.
What if it's negative?
Then you
Yeah.
subtract from your roll.
Yeah, but negative.
Okay, I have negative.
Rough.
You roll the 20?
Yep.
Okay.
The big old. Are we gonna-
6 minus
6?
1.
Are we gonna
Minus
use the other
one,
die,
yeah.
by the way?
Yeah. So
Okay.
when most of those are utilized whenever you're in like attacking situations.
Okay.
So that's mostly where you're gonna use those. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna change the music real quick. We're in a slightly different setting here.
Music.
All right. So
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
all look
look at
bussin'
this
though.
Zaza.
That looks actually really good.
It's cauliflower.
Where's that from?
cauliflower crust mod.
Ooh. All right.
Okay, so Sarah is Vienna is basically attempting to investigate around the tree, and Dan watches her as she circles the tree,
Mhm.
looking at the base of it, and then looking up and not seeing anything else. Dan
Good.
decides to approach her now that she is deemed not a threat.
Well, I would still approach her, probably with my hand behind on my dagger, just in case, because I still don't know.
Okay.
And I would
Okay.
I would probably ask, like, who are you? What are you doing here? And, like, I'd probably, like, I'd start, like, interrogating, essentially.
Okay.
Like, and maybe asking, like, you know, did you write the note? Who did you say come here? You know, asking what's going on.
Okay, well, have that conversation then.
What?
Yeah, it's between your characters.
yeah, your characters are having that conversation, so you got to have that back and forth as your characters. If
Probably
you
be
want to do
like-
the voice, now's the time to do it.
Elf, who are you?
Who are you?
I asked you. I asked you first.
I'll give all answers as soon as you tell me who you are. Why
No,
are you here?
no.
That's your response? No?
Well, I would say I'm gonna pause for a second, and I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Did you also get a note?
Oh. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm. This is rough. Trying to think of what I would do
I
now.
don't know how this.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Rough start.
Okay, can you both each roll me a perception check?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I add
18.
what, Joe? Which one? The wisdom, or
Yeah.
Oh, 17?
an 18 in total.
What?
Okay. You both at the same time hear a branch snap from behind the tree line, and you both turn, looking at it instantly.
Doink.
Ooh.
I pull out my dagger. Say that.
Sarah?
Do I have a weapon?
Did you pick one when you were designing your character?
I don't know.
I'm just imagining
Well, it
Freezy
should be
in his
on
bed
your
going,
character
"Hakshu,
sheet in like the
hakshu,
weapon
hakshu."
section.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fucking
I'm
snoring,
big schlump.
big schlump right now.
I don't know, but I am going to jump behind Dan.
Okay. Okay, fair. Okay. I will say most commonly monks usually have a staff, but if you don't have that, that's fine.
Pro
You
staff.
can also
behind
use your
Dan
hand.
with my
He
staff.
also has like unarmed attack, so it's like
Yeah.
bare fists.
Yeah. Okay.
Raise your
So
fisticuffs.
you both see a cloaked figure walk out of the tree line. The figure is wearing a black hooded cloak and is pretty small. Like, I know Dan's character is 6'2". This figure is more so around the height of like 4'9",
Really short.
4'10", like really short, really like small. And they start approaching you.
I'm gonna say stay your distance.
Mm.
And probably take like one step backwards.
Okay.
And make sure my dagger is shown.
Okay. The figure pulls their hood off. Standing there, you see a young girl, probably no older than, 22, 23. She has blonde hair and is overall, like I said, pretty small, pretty normal looking, like nothing out of the ordinary that you can see. Yeah, human. And she says, I'm gonna try about this.
Let's go.
She says, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm the one who left the notes on your door. To come here. My name is Beatrice. And yeah, I need your help."
Why? Why? That's what I'd say.
Okay. So Beatrice says, "It's my sister. She's been kidnapped by the lord of this village, and she needs help. We came here together from our town. We just wanted to get out and away from our town, and so we came here on our way to the capital city. And one morning I woke up and she was gone from her room. And then I looked all over this village for her, and I couldn't find her. And then I saw her. I found her with the lord of this village. I ran up to her. I was asking her, where did you go? What are you doing? And his security took me away. And they put me in jail. I sat in there for like 2 months, and they wouldn't let me talk to her. They wouldn't let me see her. And when they finally did let me out, as I was leaving, one of the guards handed me a piece of paper. And it was a letter from my sister that she had smuggled out. And it basically just described how the Lord was abusing her and beating her, and how she needed my help to get out. And I really need to get her out, but I'd never done anything like this before. And so last night I saw you all riding in to the city, and you all looked like pretty capable people, so I thought there may be a chance that you could help me.
Do you have gold? What's in it for me? That's what I'd say. That's my line. Sarah, does Sarah say anything or?
Sarah? Well,
I think I'm going to be immediately touched. Oh shit. Anyway, my character is extremely touched by her story, and I rush to her side and embrace her like this, like a side hug.
okay.
I stay away.
And I want to listen. I want to listen.
But
more.
I put my dagger down. I don't sheath it though.
Okay.
I'm a little less worried of
Beatrice
heck.
says, I don't have much in the way of money right now. The
Mm.
guards took it from me when I was arrested. But if you help me get my sister out, there is a way that you could get paid. Uh, so the Lord is gonna marry my sister in 2 weeks, and if you can somehow find a way to kill him after the wedding, she will become the lady of this village. She will have access to all the money, all the reserves, and she can pay you handsomely for getting her out of this situation. Uh, I think I came up with an idea in how you could try and do it, but it's it's difficult in how it's gonna happen. Um, I the idea I have is that in this wedding in 2 weeks, this village has a tradition that the new husband and wife, when they get married, they go up to the top of the church and they ring the bell. That's how they signify the marriage is complete. So I haven't been able to reach the king or reach the Lord because of his security. But when they do ring the bell, in order for it to be valid, they have to be alone. So he will be without security. He will be without any of his guards, and he will be available to basically take out. But the problem is it's such a small window because he hasn't left his house in weeks, and I fear that once they get married, he will go straight back in there, and our opportunity to get her out will be lost. I mean, that's what I. If you have any knowledge on the subject or what might be better, that's really all I got right now.
Who is this man and how dangerous is he?
I don't know this village very well. I just know that he is the Lord. He made his money in agriculture or something, but from what I've heard from talking to people in the village, he has a history of perusing houses of young ladies and not being allowed back in after he is finished with them. And I think it might have just been an unfortuitous situation that my sister and I arrived when we did, and that we didn't have any form of protection for ourselves. So that's really all I've learned about him.
So Joe,
Hmm.
I'm not here right now, so should I be like listening to this?
You can, because you're gonna investigate later anyway. So
this is
it might
information
be
he'll
different
find
for you,
out.
but yeah,
Okay.
just the one thing I do ask is like, don't ask
Yeah,
on
I won't.
or don't act on meta knowledge. Is
Yeah, I
something
won't.
else that happens, you know? So
Okay, I'll just put that out there.
yeah, okay, yeah. So okay, so that was her story. So yeah, yeah.
I think I want to agree to help. And I'm gonna try to convince Dan. What's your name?
Okay. Should we like ask
Well,
each other's names like at some point?
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna sheath my dagger. I'm gonna calm down. I'm still wary, but I'm gonna say, "What's your names?"
Well, she already introduced herself as Beatrice, but yeah, she's
Or, yeah.
Beatrice. Yeah.
I would say, "Hi, elf. What's your name?"
I'm Vienna.
Okay.
Yours?
Dragon.
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 Okay,
Dragon.
I'm gonna say Dragon. I think we should help her.
I'll agree to help.
Okay. All right. So Beatrice says, "Thank you all so much. You don't understand how much this means to me. It's killed me every day not being able to help my sister, and I didn't know what else to do, and it was a shot in the dark asking you all for help. Thank you so much. So I don't really know how much I can help, but basically I've been hiding out here at this big oak tree just so that way the guards don't see me and get suspicious. And I think in order for this to work, I will have to stay here. And if you need anything, you can come and ask me. But basically right now we just need to focus on like getting prepared for this wedding in 2 weeks and making sure that the plan is all set out. But since I can't really go into the village, I kind of have to trust all that to you all.
I think I would say, how can we trust you?
Okay.
And I would also say, I'd like something now to show that I can trust you. Like, is there anything that you could give me? Like, just any, like, I don't know, even like a bracelet, a necklace, just anything for collateral. That's what I would probably ask.
I don't really have anything. The guards took most of what I had. You don't really have a reason to trust me, but I don't know. I kind of just have to ask you to trust me in the hopes, that you will do the right thing here and help my sister be free. And after this is all done, she'll tell you the exact same thing. I do have the note here that she wrote to me from the guard that he gave me, if you'd like to read it.
Let me see. Let me see the note.
Okay, she hands it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It is a note, basically like a scribbled letter written very hastily, basically
In what language?
addressed to it's the
Elvish
common language.
or common?
No,
Okay.
common.
I guess it's like English in this world.
And it's addressed to Beatrice. It says more or less that she found a friend in the guard. She managed to get this note out, and once they release her, that guard has been instructed to give this note to her. She said, "I'm okay, I'm fine, but I'm trapped in this Lord's house. He won't let me leave, and anytime I do speak up or try to leave, he just throws me in this dark room with the door locked. And then when he comes back, if I say anything, that he beats me. And it's gonna get worse. And yeah, just mostly more of that describing, what she's kind of been going through.
I'm going to
this
keep
time.
the note.
Okay, okay.
I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to look. I'm going to read it. I'm going to fold it up and put it in my satchel or whatever I got.
Okay. All right. So she's going to say, okay, well, if you guys need anything else, you can always find me here. Just come ask me anytime or day of the night. Just you can come find me here, and I'll be happy to do anything I can. But yeah, if aside from that, if not, then I should hopefully see you in 2 weeks once this whole thing happens.
In character,
mhm.
Is it just us? Is it just us that you recruited? I think we need more people. What I'm gonna
Well,
say.
I left 2 more notes. I don't know if they'll show up at any point, but
more.
yeah, I left 2 more notes. People that I think might be able to help, just like you. They haven't showed up yet. If they do, I'll let them know that you all stopped by and that you all are helping me. And it hopefully, they should be able to find you in the village as long as you don't, wander off too far.
Word.
Word.
All right, so what do you do?
I think Dragon and I need to wait, do I have to say like talk?
Yeah, like what you're saying, yeah.
I think we need to go inside the village, scope it out, act like commoners, just exist in there.
I'd rather do this on my own. I'll scope it out on my own. It's probably what I would say.
That's kind of mean. That was not in character.
Kind of mean. Kind of like.
I'm gonna say, okay, and I'll let you walk away.
You just thought that's mean. Okay.
Doesn't say anything. Oh, okay. So you two like go your separate ways back to the village.
I would say I would go ahead and slip out and go to this village and start
Okay.
trying to find information.
Same for you, Sarah. Or what do you do?
Follow 20 feet behind him and not let him know that.
Okay. So Dan, I'm gonna need a perception check from you, and Sarah,
if I
I'm
let her do
going
this.
to need a stealth check from you.
What is stealth?
I'm pretty sure stealth is under. Is it
Dexterity.
dexterity? Yeah.
Security?
Yeah, dexterity.
Got a
My numbers are bad.
8. Wisdom,
You
right?
got an 8.
Wisdom
Yeah.
plus? Okay,
God
yeah, 8
damn.
total.
Okay.
I got 2 total.
Okay.
Oh,
So
damn.
Dan, you are walking back to the village,
Mhm.
and you can clearly hear Vienna trying to sneak along behind you as she tries to go from tree to tree.
I'd be like, I don't think I'd turn around, but I'd say, you should stop following me. I don't know who you are yet. I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if you're going to be able to help me in trying to find information.
So I try to exude the energy of not being there. Maybe gaslight him a little bit. Maybe he's imagining. So I'm just gonna be silent.
Okay. Well, he knows you're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you choose not to say anything, that's definitely a choice you can make. But I'm just letting
Okay.
you know he knows you're
Okay.
there. Like he knows where you're at.
Okay.
I'm not going to
I'm
do
still
anything
gonna
from
be
that point. I'm
silent.
going to say my piece. And
Okay.
then I'm going to try to evade her, though, a couple times.
Okay,
Is that a
so,
check I have to do now?
Yeah, that is another check. So, oh man, this fucking fly.
Okay.
Gaslight girl boss elf. Let's see. Let's do an acrobatics check for Dan and see if you can evade her like
And
in the woods.
that'll be dexterity?
Yeah. Or would it be strength?
Dexterity.
Oh, dexterity? Okay. Oh yeah, acrobatics dexterity, yeah.
I got a 13. I got a 15.
Sarah, can you roll your acrobatics, please?
Okay. Alright, blurry. Oh my god. I got a 1.
Okay. So
I do 3 foot flips, and she loses sight.
Dan literally jumps from tree to tree.
Let's
into
go.
the fucking
I start
canopy.
climbing the trees.
Sarah tries to climb a tree. She gets 3 branches up. The branches break and she falls.
You calling me
Sarah,
fat?
roll a d6, Sarah.
What is that?
Your 6-sided die.
I'm gonna have to count the size. This. Oh, that's 8. This one?
The square.
It's a square.
Oh, just a regular die.
Yeah.
I see. And this is dexterity still?
No, this is just for the amount of damage you took falling from
Oh.
the tree.
I took 1.
Okay, you take 1 damage falling, and Dan is officially out of your sight. You are now separated.
Okay.
So you're just gonna head back to the village now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so.
All right.
Does this thing come with 2 20-sided die?
Mhm.
I think these are both 20.
So Dan arrives at the village roughly 15 minutes before Sarah does. What do you want to do, Dan?
I'm going to head into town,
Mhm.
of course, and I'm going to probably, act as a commoner and start trying to find information. I think I'm going to head to the local tavern first,
Okay.
and I'm going
Well,
to start just listening and talking to the barkeep and some of the people around.
Okay.
Did I get a name? Did we get a name from this about this guy? By the way, no,
Oh,
not Beatrice. The man,
the Lord.
the Lord.
No, you didn't get the name.
They didn't
from
get a
her.
name. Okay. I guess I would probably
okay.
start with asking about the lords around.
Okay,
From
so
different
you go to
people.
a tavern. The tavern in town. It's called the Rusty Cauldron.
Hmm.
You go to the door and you pull on it. It's locked.
Mm.
It's 4 a.m. They don't open until about.
Oh yeah,
10
it's
a.m.
fucking. I forgot the time. Shit.
What do you do?
What wouldn't I do? I guess I would look around the town, though,
Okay.
just in general, and maybe
Okay.
find out
Go for it.
where the I'd look around, find out the layout of the town, and also like find out where the common people stay in, where the lords would stay, and
Okay.
kind of scope
So-
out, do some reconnaissance of these areas.
So that's a great introduction. So the town of River's Edge. So from what you can see, River's Edge is about a town of about like 300 people. Basically, there's a river that runs through the middle of the town, basically almost splitting it perfectly down the center before veering off. And there's one bridge in the middle of the town. It's like a stone bridge that crosses over that river, and that's kind of where the main road goes through. It goes like right through the middle of the town, like vertically over that river. Someone should find who else the notes went to also. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So the river, yeah. Okay. And yeah, so from what you can see, basically at the town center, right where that bridge is, there's basically like 4 corners. The top left is the inn which you all were sleeping at. The top right corner is the tavern, the Rusty Cauldron. The bottom left corner is the town blacksmith. And the bottom right corner is the town apothecary / healer. Aside from that, most of the rest of the like inside of the village is just like residential housing. It looks like there is a market over on the kind of the outskirts of the city, but it's obviously not like active right now. And then the Lord's house, basically like kind of like the town hall-esque building, is at the very top of town. It's at the very north of town. And then the church is at the very south of town. So that's basically it's like a 4 corners, east, west, south, north situation. But yeah, that's what you find out about the town's layout. And Sarah, he is like investigating.
Wait.
You arrive to the town, on your own.
Can I use that information that you just said about like the layout of the town?
Yeah, you can,
Okay.
because like you all will kind of figure that out just from walking around. It was just like a good spot to introduce the town.
Okay. What'd you say?
You arrived back to the town
Oh, okay.
alone.
I'm going
Till
to
about
make my way.
4:15 a.m.
I'm gonna make my way to the shore of this river, like
Mhm.
bank, I guess, and I'm going to sit down and take a nap. That's what I'm gonna do.
On the river bank.
Yeah, on the river bank. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Sarah takes a nap. Dan's
She
investigating.
should heal that 1 hit point when she takes a nap.
Yeah,
Short rest.
so you get the
Are
hit
we
point
supposed
back.
to be taking care of that or keeping track of that?
Yeah.
What do you start off with?
It should say on D&D Beyond how much you have to start off
Oh
with.
my God.
It says
how
it in, like, the
much?
top right.
How much hit points you have?
That's how much your health is.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think
So-
this happened.
Oh,
So can I wake up now?
Yeah. So
Okay, I want to wake up at like the crack of dawn.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, yes, Sarah. There's a thing where you can put in a number and you can press heal or damage
Yeah.
on the D&D Beyond page. So if you just want to keep track of it that way, or just write it down.
Okay. Question. This can I say the number of my hit points?
I don't like knowing the number at the
Well, I have
DM.
a technical question here. What do I do?
Yeah, send me a message and I'll see if I can answer it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay, continue. Carry on.
Okay, so Sarah taking a nap. Dan's investigating.
Can I also say, like, once I'm done investigating, I'm gonna head back to the inn and try to find the notes on the other doors and see who, what doors these notes are on
Okay, so
after I'm done scoping out.
Qrow, you wake up after having gone back to sleep. What do you do?
So I wake up, seeing that I failed like discerning anything from the map and not knowing the area. I want to wake up and I just want to like go to the tree directly. I don't want whenever I get to the tree, I just want to get there. Like no like investigating or nothing. Just like confused as to why I have this.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so can you give me a perception check?
Yeah.
And
8.
also Dan, 8.
Mhm.
Okay. Dan, when you get back to the inn,
Yeah.
there's no other notes on the doors.
The notes are
Everyone's
gone.
already- Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, so Freezy, you are like walking towards the tree and you're getting closer. You're like maybe 50 feet out, and coming from the like other direction, on the other side of the tree line, you see a massive figure. It looks to
Whoa.
be a man who is roughly about 7 feet tall, about like 7'5", and
Shaquille
he's a
O'Neal.
big hulking figure with like a dark amber skin.
Okay. I'll say hello.
Hi.
I'll introduce myself. I'm like, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Brutus.
I'm Qrow. I'll say like, what are you doing here?
I found this this note. I'm not sure what it means, but I just thought, might as well. But I definitely wasn't gonna come out here at 3 a.m. So I went back to sleep, and I woke up, and I came out here after I woke up.
I'm gonna like, okay. Whenever looking at this guy, would I know like what race he is just by looking at him?
You have a pretty good guess. He looks of orcish descent in some way.
Quick question, by the way. Isn't it a thing that elves have good vision at night? Basically, have like
Yeah, they
night
have
vision.
night vision. Mhm.
Okay.
I'll pull up my note with the same. I'm assuming the same map to the tree, and I'll just like say, I got the same note, and I decided to take a nap too. So I guess we're in the same boat when it comes to that. I'll ask him, "Do you have any idea why we're here?"
Not really. I just kind of I got a knock on my door last night, and I went out there, and the note was stuck to my door. And just when he's in the middle of talking, the hooded figure comes out of the tree line and removes her hood and introduces herself. I'm Beatrice. I'm the one who left the note on your doors.
I'll introduce myself. Like, nice to meet you. I'm Qrow.
Nice to
Can I
meet
ask-
you. I'm Brutus.
Can I ask why you did this?
Yeah, and she gives you the same explanation you heard
Little
earlier
spiel.
about the sister, being kidnapped, and wanting to kind of break her out.
Okay, so she's just like we're just like glossing over it, but she told us the whole spiel that she
Yeah.
like.
Same
Okay,
thing. She got the note, all that stuff.
okay, so it's a lot to take in, but I have a bunch of questions.
Okay. Yeah.
First off, I want to know your specific story. Like, are you from this village, or what relations do you have and your sister to this like particular place?
Yeah. So, we lived in a village about three villages north of here. basically we got done with our schooling, and sh- honestly, it was me. I convinced my sister that it would be a good idea to go to the capital city, and we snuck out without our parents knowing, and we headed this way, and we stopped here for the night after walking, and we were supposed to get to the capital city within a week, and yeah, and basically that's what she gives you.
Okay. Can I see if she's lying?
Yeah. Roll a was that perception? Yeah. Give me a perception.
Wait. Um. 20.
Like a nat 20 or a
I rolled a
modified
17, but I have a plus 3 modifier.
20? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. 20. Okay. So to the best of your knowledge, it looks like she's being pretty honest and truthful. Um, yeah, you don't really like you feel like there's like a nagging feeling, but there's like nothing really
Like she's not telling me the whole truth,
yeah,
but
like maybe there could be something like left out in the details,
she's
but
just telling
like
me what I need to know at the moment.
exactly, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Also, regards to your story with your sister, you never mentioned your sister's name or the Lord's name.
Mhm.
So I
Okay.
don't know how I'm supposed to do this and not know their names.
Yeah. He says, my sister's name is Dahlia, and the Lord, his name is Lord Veracruz.
Victor
Vera.
Cruz.
Veracruz.
What was your sister's name?
So
Dahlia.
yeah, this is information that we didn't ask. Can we? Are we gonna? Can we get this from?
You might be able to later.
Okay. I
Okay.
feel like I don't. Okay, no, never mind.
What can you tell me, Beatrice, about the guard who relayed you the note? Do you know this guard personally, or did you never met him before?
I'd never met him before. Basically, him and another guard walked me out of the prison to like walk me towards the edge of the village and see me out. And as I turned away, he put the note in my hand. I couldn't really get a good look at his face because he had his helmet on. But from what I could tell, he looked like a pretty tall guy, muscular. I know with guards that's kind of one, dime a dozen, but that's really all I could see, especially with the armor on.
He didn't
But
tell
I
you
didn't
a
know.
name or okay.
No, I didn't have time to. They told me to leave, to never come back, and he just handed me the note as I walked away.
Okay. Um, do you know anything about nightmares going on in this town?
Hold on. Drop my eraser. She says, um, yeah, I heard about it. It was kind of something that we heard about before that we got here. Um, but we didn't really think much of it. We kind of thought it was just an old wives' tale that people used to tell about this town to kind of, I don't know, scare people off or something like that. But it seems to not really affect me out here. I did have one when we stayed the night in the village, but at least in the woods, I don't really get them anymore. Um,
Can you tell me the story of the old wives' tale? Like, what is the exact story?
it was mostly just that there was a curse that was put on this town a long time ago, and it makes the people here have terrible nightmares every night. Um, I'm not really sure. There, a bunch of people used to tell rumors about what could have caused the curse, whether it was the people here or maybe something that the leader did, or I don't know. But it was mostly just kind of rumors back where I lived.
Is it like an older curse, or would it be something? You know, you said the leader put it on there. Would it be something as the Lord put this on the people, or
I guess it could be. I don't really remember hearing the stories and the rumors more than like, a year before we came here, so it definitely couldn't have been older than that.
okay? Um, like I've been in situations similar to what you're in, where I've been in your sister's like shoes before. I've been captured, so I know the anxiety and fear of being captured. But I do, if I'm gonna do something, I can't do it for free. So I also have to ask about payment for my
Mhm.
actions.
She gives you the plan about if after the wedding, if he's killed, then the sister will reward you with a gold reward for freeing her from her captor.
Okay. Um, I see. That feels too loose to me. I'm sorry. I need something of a bit more value because this is his town and your sister's marrying into it. So there's no guarantee that if she's freed, she will gain his wealth. So I need something more of a, maybe it could be anything from supplies to just anything that you can give me. It doesn't have to be money. It can just be knowledge or supplies or whatever. But I need something outside of the plan in case it doesn't work.
Okay. She says, yeah, well, she says, okay. She says, well, I don't really have anything. The guards mostly took everything I had when I was arrested. I mean, Brutus, he could vouch for my story. He lives nearby here, so he could confirm what's happening. Brutus says, yeah, I live on the outer edge of town, about a mile or so from the edge of the village. I heard the news about the wedding was getting ready to happen. I didn't really hear much about the new lady of the town. I just heard that they met a couple months ago, and they're getting married in 2 weeks. But that's all I really know.
So would you say that if we were able to get Mimi and Brutus here, if we were able to find a way to get your belongings back, you could give us some form of s- like interpaid before we do like the main mission and get like pay for that.
Definitely. If you happen to find my stuff, you're welcome to anything I have. I'm mostly just worried about my sister and making sure that she gets out okay. And I also uh, I got two other people that I found who agreed to help us on this. They went back to the village a couple hours ago, but I already talked to them. They are aware of the plan, and if you want to convene with them and talk things over, you're more than welcome to. One was a high elf lady with dark hair, and the other one was a guy who looked like a half elf with blonde hair and like dual daggers. But yeah, I already I talked to them, and they agreed to help too.
Okay, so it wasn't just me and Bruce who got the note.
No, no, I didn't know if any of you would show up or how many of you would, so I figured it was better to be safe than sorry. And I gave out four, hoping that at least one of you would agree.
And can you tell me their names besides like descriptors? And a name would be very useful.
Yeah, the high elf's name was Vienna, and the guy's name was Dragon.
Okay. Um. Okay. Do you know like where we could start to look for like any possible way? Like, do you know like where the Lord might have frequented, or like some place where people can know, or like where we could start to look for your equipment, or maybe
Hmm.
like where do you think we should start? As I guess I should ask.
Well, I know the Lord has been holed up in his house for ever since he got my sister. He doesn't really leave much, and he's got security tight. So I don't think it would be smart to go in there, especially if he gets wind of what we're planning or what we're trying to do. He might just have the wedding in his house and not let anyone in, and then our whole opportunity to do this would be gone. I'm not really sure where would be best. Brutus interjects and he says, well, I think maybe the best place to start would be to check out the church, scout ahead if that would be a good idea. And then if it isn't, we can come back and form a new plan. If it is, then, we know to move forward. But I think that's where I would start.
Okay. Now I would say, all right. Well, being in a situation similar to this, I have a very close relationship to this sort of like pain and this like scared, so I can empathize with you. So I will help you. Um, and I will look to Brutus and I'll say, "Do you want to head to the church together?"
Brutus says, Sounds good, but I'm gonna need some breakfast first.
I'm like, all right,
Brecky.
All right. So Brutus starts walking back towards the village.
and I'll follow him.
Okay, so you all head to the tavern, which is now open. So tavern doors are open. I know Sarah's napping, but Dan, if you'd like to go to the tavern now, you can go to the tavern.
I would say I would have went back to my room and like
Okay.
thought about
Why?
everything. Maybe tried to sleep, but I feel like I probably wouldn't have been able to sleep because I'd be thinking about all this. And then as soon as I knew that the tavern was open, I'd head there to find out information and some morning mead and a little bread and cheese.
Yeah, I want to be keeping an eye out for the other two that she said that were also on the help. So I
Okay.
want to like have like a sort of just like in the corner of my eye, I always want to be looking at to see if I can spot them.
Fuck it.
Because like I guess
No.
what is the general demographic of this like little town? Is it mostly humans or is it like a mix of
It's
like?
mostly humans. It's mostly.
Okay, so two half
Brutus is the first non-human you've seen so far.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep an eye out and see if I can see Vienna or
Selena.
Draco.
Yeah, and just to let you know, so one of a fucking bitch's fly is just like being a fucking asshole.
He's
right now.
invading.
So you're walking with Brutus, and you look at him. He looks to be in his like late 40s, early 50s, maybe. Really massive human being, like 7'5", 7'6" ish, with like giant like muscles, and like a ton of scars all over his body. He doesn't wear any armor on the upper half of his body, but he's wearing like basically like a fur kilt almost on the lower half, and he has a great axe on his back. So
Well,
that's what you
I want
notice
to look at him, and I just want to say, don't mind my rudeness, Brutus, but you're orcish, right?
half orc. My mom was an orc, and my dad was a human. They say he never met a challenge he couldn't conquer.
I'll ask him, what brings you to this like specific village?
Well, I live here. Like I said, about a mile outside of town. I grew up in this village. Um, I when I was a kid, basically I lived here with my parents. They didn't let me out much. Basically, we had a farm that was just on the edge of town. And they were afraid that I wouldn't fit in, that I would scare the other kids. So my parents homeschooled me. They taught me how to farm. And basically, when I got old enough, when I turned 18, I decided to go to the capital city to try and do something. He doesn't burp.
Excuse
do
you.
something with my life. Yeah.
Out of game.
And he says, I used to fight in the capital city fight ring. I was a champion there, and about I'd say about a year or two ago, I decided to come back to the town after having my baby girl and raise her here outside of the city.
Okay, so I'm gonna like pat him on the back and like just sort of laugh and say like I'm glad to have you around because seeing how she was so scared of the Lord's men, I'm not much of a fighter myself, so it's good to have someone like you around.
He says, hell yeah. And he says, well, I'm not much one for book reading either, so I think this will work out well.
I think we're a good pair. I'll ask him. I was like, do you know anything about the villagers having nightmares in this town?
Yeah, so they it wasn't a thing when I was a kid. I basically they well, I used to correspond with my mother and my father before he passed, when they still lived in the village, and it started happening about a year ago. They would let me know in letters, and I when I came back, knowing of the nightmares, I decided to make my house far enough away from the village so that wouldn't affect me or my daughter, and that's really all I know about it. I never really decided to look into it. It was just always something that I just figured, it was probably something out of my wheelhouse. And as long as it didn't affect me or mine, then it wasn't really something I looked into.
Okay. So I guess we make it to the.
Yeah, okay. So Dan actually is at the tavern first after it opens. So Dan, you get there a few minutes after it opens. It's only the barkeep in the tavern currently that you can see at least. And so you get in the tavern. It's pretty typical. Hold on, let me actually. This is gonna be a little bit off kilter, but there we go.
Music go?
Huh?
Where'd your music go?
I just changed it. It's a lot quieter now. Hold on.
Is it on your stream?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
No, not my Twitch stream, like what I'm streaming on Discord. Oh. Oh, it went off. Hold on.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, Dan arrives at the tavern. It's only the barkeep there. You get in. The tavern is pretty standard. It's basically just the bar, a couple stools, which are all currently empty. There's some doors leading into like the kitchen and like the stock room and stuff. But from what you can see, it's basically just the single bar, a wooden board where people put up flyers, and then like tables and booths, and like a fireplace.
Okay.
So what do? You get there first.
I would get some. I mean, I would get a drink.
Okay, so
I'd
you
get
go
some
up to the
food.
bar. Okay, you go up to the bar, and the barkeeper you see is climbing the shelves behind the bar where all the alcohol is, and doing it in kind of like an acrobatic style, flipping and swinging up, grabbing different bottles, flipping them and catching them, and basically kind of like how you'd expect like a monkey behind a bar. But from what you can see, it is a young woman, young human woman who looks to be no older than like 13 years old. So you want to order something?
I would like one mead, some bread and cheese, please.
She hops off the shelves and lands on top of the bar pretty perfectly, kind of like an acrobat would.
Okay.
And she says, she leans down and she goes, mead will be 6 silver and bread and cheese will be 2 silver.
No. I would say that seems a little steep. And I'd start trying to finagle my way to get a cheaper price or a free.
She says, you don't like it? Well, fuck you. You can eat somewhere else.
Damn, I can't. Can I roll for anything to like?
You can, yeah, you can
to like try to.
Yeah, you can
for
roll
persuasion. Yeah, persuasion.
Yeah, so persuasion will be charisma. Yeah.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I got a 17 and my charisma is +4, so I guess 20 is the max still. All right.
Okay. She says,
Dope.
fine, okay. I can give you 4 silver for the mead and 1 silver for the bread and cheese.
I'll accept this deal.
Okay, so that's 5 silver total.
Fuck, man. You didn't give me much, man. Fuck.
All right, so
Also, can I write down any of the information that you told Freezy, or do we gotta wait for him to tell us?
Yeah,
yeah, you can't act on meta knowledge, so you have to kind of find that out yourself.
I don't even know.
But if he says
I don't know your name yet,
debriefs
man.
If he debriefs you, then like you can write that stuff down.
Okay.
But you hand over the 5 silver coins to the little girl, and she yells out, "Milk, beer, cheese!" And then she hops back onto the shelves, climbs up to a barrel with a spout, pulls out a cup, fills it up, and then jumps off again, sets it down, and goes, 1 second on your fucking food. And then she like goes into the back door.
Okay, while she's gone, can I roll to steal my money back from wherever it
Can,
was
yeah,
put.
yeah.
Let's go. I want
So
it back.
that will be we could do sleight of hand for that. So that will be dexterity.
Dexterity.
Here we go.
That's
The
how it
rogue.
starts.
The rogue.
I got 9 total. I rolled a
9.
7 plus 2 on dexterity.
Okay. So how much is that total? Like 9 total?
9 total, yeah.
Okay. So you like
Wait,
reach over the...
was her back turned?
She
went
said
into
she went to the
she
back.
went to the
That's
kitchen,
why I'm
yeah.
doing this.
Then could he get advantage on it then?
That's why
We're
I
gonna
think
say,
I'm doing it.
We're gonna say no. We're gonna say no, but
Okay.
you'll see why.
Okay.
So basically, Dan like reaches over the bar and he sees what looks like a locked box.
Mhm.
Where she he saw her put the money in, and he tries to open it up to get his money out. But before he can, she walks back through the door with her bread and cheese, and he sits back down and she slams it on the bar and says, "There's your fucking bread and cheese."
So
for
she
ya."
doesn't see me, so I'm safe, but
Yeah,
I don't
she
get
didn't
to
see
I don't
you,
get
yeah.
my money.
You don't get your money back. No.
Okay. Fuck.
So
Okay, so now is about the time. Qrow and Brutus are going to walk through the front door of the tavern. The bartender says, "Fuck me, we're getting a lot of weirdos today."
I'd be like, "Hello."
What the fuck do you want?
I walk up. I walk up and I was like, "Can I just get some water, please?"
Fucking water,
What a
wasting my
puss.
fucking time. She fills up a cup of water and sets it down. "What the fuck do you want, big man?" Brutus says, "Can I get some stew? Bowl, please." She says, "Wait, are you Brutus? You're the guy who lives on the edge of town?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's me." And she goes, "Okay, that'll be 1 silver." And he hands her the silver, and she brings out a bowl of stew for him. Yeah. So yeah.
Then I'll look at her and I was like, I'd have some questions for you if that's okay.
The barkeep?
Yeah.
Fucking questions. Are you fucking paying me? If you want questions, you better order some fucking food.
Well, I'm not very flush with money right now, so I can't really afford
Brutus
anything.
steps in and says, "I'll order him something. Can you just bring him some bread and cheese, please?" And she goes, "Okay, Brutus, fine." And she walks back to the kitchen and brings out a tray of bread and cheese. Brutus hands her a silver coin. And yeah.
I'm getting stiffed over here.
Oh wait, did I say? Hold on, wait. Did I say silver? I meant copper. My bad. I misspoke. It was copper.
Oh my fuck,
Yeah,
man.
I'm sorry. If I said silver, I meant copper.
Okay.
Wait, so did I get charged silver though?
No, you got charged copper. You got charged copper.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh.
My bad. I meant to say copper.
Fucking broke
So-
now. That's why I wanted my silver back.
Yeah,
Okay, so it was. Wait, no,
I'm
it was.
scared of this girl.
Wait, so how much
No,
was it for me?
copper. Yeah, so
5
adjust
copper.
Adjust your
Okay.
your balance.
So I need. I need to get
copper.
my silver back. Okay, so it was
I'll
5
look at
copper.
Brutus and I'll say thank you. You didn't have to.
Welcome.
And I looked at her and I'll say thank you for getting this for me.
Fuck you. What do you want to ask?
I'm just gonna ask. What can you tell me about the town? I'm new here. As I don't know much about the town. I just met. Brutus is very nice, and I can see that the rest of the town is just as nice. But I was wanting to know if you could tell me just basic information about the town.
Fucking town. What the fuck do you want to know? What are you asking me for?
What can you tell me about the Lord?
Oh, fucking Lord, I don't know. He's a good guy. I mean, like, he's getting married to some bitch.
Is there
in,
only
like, 2
one
weeks.
lord?
Yeah, it's just the Lord of the village.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought there were multiple.
I mean, like, across the countryside, but it's basically one Lord
This
per
makes-
village.
I was gonna try to figure out which lord just based
No,
on the
it's like, it's
information.
the
so
Lord. Yeah,
okay.
it's the guy who's like.
Well, then
the head of
I guess
town.
I'll.
Yeah. So like,
I'll
what can you tell me
reconsider
about Veracruz?
Yeah, she says, he's a fucking nice guy. I mean, like he fucking keeps our village running pretty smoothly. He doesn't, we haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what the fuck he's been doing. He hasn't come out very often. I think it's probably because of that new bitch he has that he's marrying in 2 weeks. That's about it.
Was he very active in the town? Before he got involved with a woman.
Yeah, he was pretty active. I remember before my parents died, they took me to go meet him once. shook my hand. Pretty fucking nice guy, at least from when I met him.
So are they at the bar that I'm at? Like,
Yeah,
are they
you're
on the same
listening.
thing?
Yeah, you're
So I'm
listening to
listening.
this.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
you
gonna
can
say
interject at any point too.
I'm listening.
So
Also, Sarah, you're waking up.
I would say
from your nap
I would
now.
say
I was
I'd
getting a
already
little
want to
restless.
interject like a little bit after they have their conversation. Well, I'll let you continue. Let me
Okay.
just passively.
Yeah, you can head to the tavern if you want, Sarah, or you can do whatever you want.
I'll ask, what can you tell me about this marriage bell tower? I've heard a lot of things about it. Seems like a very interesting custom.
I don't fucking know where it came from. It's just ever since I've been, born, like everyone in the town, fucking when they get married, they gotta ring the fucking bell. It's so fucking loud and annoying. I don't fucking know. It's some dumb shit.
Okay, I'll ask you one more question, and I'll get out of your hair. I promise. Before I came to town, I met with a very nice halfling bookstore owner, and he told me that there was a plague of nightmares happening in this town, and I happen to be very versed in the way of magic and arcana, and I figured I'd come here and look into it, see if I could help. Do you know anything about that?
All I fucking know is that I haven't gotten a good night's sleep in about like a year.
Well, I could help you with that if you'd like. I could brew you some potions or put you towards some herbs or stuff if you'd like. But
You trying to fuck me?
no, just to help. But so do you know anybody I could talk to about getting my footing in this town, and then general, or like knowing any sort of general information?
I mean, from the way you talk, you'd probably like that apothecary bitch across the street.
Okay. Well, that's all I had. Thank you for your time.
Fuck you.
I would say
as you.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I did. Yeah,
I would say at this point, like once the barkeep leaves him, I would come over and probably say like, so you got to know too. That's what I'd probably say.
So I'll look at.
Didn't you?
I'll look at him and I'll see the features, the blonde hair, half elf. I'm like, so you must be Dragon.
I would say, I guess Beatrice told you.
Yeah, I'll introduce myself. I'll put my hand out to shake your hand. My name's Qrow.
I wouldn't shake your hand. I'd be like,
okay. I would slowly pull it back awkwardly. I'd be like, okay, well, my name's Qrow. And I'll point to my big friend here. I'd be like, he's also helping.
I would look up and be like,
I'm Brutus.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Oh, I'm frozen?
Is that just for me, or you got? Is he frozen?
Yeah,
You are.
He's just like,
I'm frozen? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not frozen on my screen, but hold on.
Yeah, last thing we did was we were in the tavern.
so I just,
Me and you were talking.
we just started talking.
All
Okay.
right. Sorry for the. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me restart the stream. There we go. All right. Apologies for the breakup in the stream. My computer fucking froze for some reason. But we're back now.
Turn the music back on.
Oh, yeah, I had to share it. Hold on.
The bar music. They're like a live band playing this, man.
For the sake of it's not like a live band. Let's just say
Well, it has
that
to
there's
be,
like
man. There's
like
no
fucking-
electronic.
There's
There's a magic.
Oh, a spell.
box,
Okay,
A
interesting.
magic box in the corner that's playing this music.
Wait, okay, hold on. Since you said that, and then Dan and Brutus are talking, I want to go and inspect the magic box. That
Oh,
sounds
okay.
very interesting to my character.
Okay.
I would be like,
roll
what the fuck,
me
man?
an investigation.
Going.
Could I do like an arcana?
Sure, yeah, you can.
What is that
Okay.
again? What is Arcana?
It's basically like magic knowledge.
Oh, okay, okay.
15.
Ooh.
15. Okay. So, from what you could tell, like it looks like it's a spell that has been cast upon the box that like basically makes the inhabitants of the bar hear like the same like music in the background. It looks to be something that's like custom made, definitely not something that's like very common. But
He changes it to Bangarang by Skrillex.
yeah, but like as you're investigating, the barmaid yells over to you, "Hey, get the fuck away from there! What the fuck are you doing?"
I'll just turn around and be like, I'm sorry. I really like magic. I just wanted. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna put my head down and walk back over to the bar.
Okay, so
Probably-
As
never
you all
mind.
are sitting at the bar, a old man walks through the door. He's got a really long, like gray beard, and he's already visibly drunk. It is like roughly like 8 in the morning.
Yeah,
And
average old man.
he walks to the bar and like slams up against it and goes, "Lilia, darling, sweetie, I need some mead. I need some mead now." And she says, "Goat, get the fuck out of here. You don't have no fucking money. Get the fuck out of here, goat." And he
Goat?
says, "Hey, come on. You know I'm good for it, Lilia. I'm good for it. Trust me. Just give me the mead this one time, and I'll pay you the next time." She says, "Get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying for fucking shit. You could get out of my fucking tavern." The old man turns to your group and says, could you spare 2 copper for an old man to get a glass of mead?"
I'll spare it, but I'll look at Lilia and it's like, if I pay for this, I want some information if that's okay.
I'd say nothing, and I'd just look at him like,
Lilia says, I mean, if you pay for it, you're not gonna get shit from me. You can talk to this old fuck.
That's fine. Here you go. And I'll give her the 2 copper.
Okay. Also, the someone chatted before the thing crashed, and they said, "Did I join?" And the first thing I hear is, "You want some fuck?"
some fuck.
Okay. So,
But yeah, the old man. Okay, so you paid for his drink. She brings him out a glass of mead and sets it down, and he thirstily drinks it all in one go and slams it down and goes, "Oh fuck, I needed that. That's the way I start my mornings."
He's already drunk though.
I appreciate it.
I want to do a perception check on him. Like, what does he look like? What can I like discern?
I'd
from just
probably,
looking at it?
I would like to do that.
Okay, both of you roll a perception check. And Sarah, at this point, you Vienna walks through the door. So do with that what you will.
14.
Wait, it's wisdom,
14.
right, for perception?
Yeah.
I got an 8 in total. I fucked it, man.
I'm gonna observe. I'm gonna look around and observe.
Okay. Also, so, Qrow, both you and Dragon notice Vienna walk through the door. And like, looking around. From what you can tell about the old man, you both can tell that he has no hair on the top of his head, long gray beard. He reeks of
bald.
alcohol. He, is wearing like.
And did you say his name is Goat? By the way, am I getting that right? Goat.
She called him Goat.
She called him Goat. Okay, I just want to make sure I wrote that down right. I put fucking question mark. Like,
he's wearing really tattered, like shitty clothes, like made of just like old burlap. That's really all you can see about it. He's extremely skinny. It's just like
poor
kind of
drunkard,
old, decrepit man. Yeah.
Okay, while Brutus and Dragona getting to know each other, I'll pull the goat to the side to like talk to him since I paid for his drink.
So you head over there and you bring him over to a table and he's like, "Oh sure, I'll come with you. We get to drink some more."
I'll just take my water with me.
So you two sit at a table. All right. So Dan, you can talk to you can do whatever you want, but you're free to, if you want to talk to Brutus, you can, or talk to the bar lady, or try and wave down Vienna, you can, vice versa.
Yeah, Brutus would know what I'd know too. So if Brutus says anything,
I'm gonna just say I'm gonna conversate with Brutus and get the information.
He'll catch you up on what happened.
Yeah, I just want to say I didn't get caught up. I don't know if I want to act that out unless you would like to.
Okay.
But just like that basic information, the name of the girl, and like just like who he is. Yeah, wait, what's her name?
Dahlia
and Vera Cruz are the lord and the lady, soon to be lady.
Dahlia is girl. And I guess I would just like ask him basic stuff like where's he from and.
Okay, yeah, and he'll tell you the same thing.
That same stuff.
All right, and Sarah, you said you wanted to make a move.
Yes, finally. Okay, I walk in. I am observing. I'm looking around at the like 5 people that are in this tavern.
Freezy, what was your name?
Qrow. Qrow.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Qrow.
Qrow. Okay.
I dropped my eraser again. Fuck. Okay.
I dropped my die. I don't know what that meant. Okay, but I'm looking around and I see dragon across the tavern, and I immediately get angry, and I run over to him, and I'm like, "It's you! Why did you fucking leave me out there? I could have died."
Told you not to follow me.
And then I'm gonna shift my gaze to Brutus. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you're new," and I'm gonna flirt with him.
Okay. Roll a performance check. So that will be
Okay.
charisma.
I gotta do it on here. Hold on.
Okay. Freezy, what do you want to talk to the old goat about?
I'll pull him over and I'll introduce myself. Like, nice to meet you. My name's Qrow. What's your name, sir?
They call me goat around these parts.
Okay, goat. You seem well versed in what's the name of the town?
River's Edge.
You seem well versed in the town of River's Edge. I was just, I bought you that drink and I was hoping you could share some insight into the town, tell me about its people, what it's like here, Like,
He says,
what wisdom do you have to share with me?
he says, "Oh yeah, you could not have asked anybody better. I know everyone in this town and they all love me. I know the town like the back of my hand. I lived here my whole life. Well, what the fuck else is there? This place has the best mead. That's really about all you need to know.
Oh, how about this? How about this? What can you tell me about the Lord Veracruz?
Oh, the Lord. They actually asked me to be the Lord of this town when I was a young man instead of him, and I wanted to say yes, but they knew that I was too valuable a member of the town to be the one who ran it, so I gave the opportunity to him, and he never thanked me for it. I mean, the least you could do is buy a brother a cup of mead.
Hey, you're telling it as is. You seem like a very kind guy. That seems like something, a very kind person would do.
Yeah.
What can you tell me? So I've noticed that this town has a very unique custom of ringing a bell to getting married. Like, what can you tell me about that? Because you've been here a long time. You've probably seen one or two marriages,
Oh yeah, ringing the bell. They do that because it's symbolic. For when you get home, you ring her bell.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
My character's gonna nod, but he has no idea what he's talking about. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. This guy gets it. This guy fucks.
I'm just gonna awkwardly laugh. She's like, okay.
Oh my god.
I'll ask, do you know if any sort of one of Lord Veracruz's guards, if they hang around this bar or not, or if they frequent any sort of establishments in the area?
Yeah. I drank with a couple of those guys before. They're all fucking stiffs. There's a couple good ones on there, but they haven't really been doing much. I haven't seen them around in the past couple of months, so I don't really know what they've been up to recently. But back in the day, man, I tell you what, I could drink any one of those guards under the table. They would show up here and they'd say, "Go, we wanna take you on for a drinking contest." And I'd say, "You bet your bitch I'm gonna fucking drink you under the table." And these guys, oh man, I drink more than all of them combined.
Like a Rick and Morty character.
So it's safe to say you haven't seen them for a while. Is that, is there any reason behind that? Have they left or?
I don't know. I see them walking around the town, but they just never show up here anymore.
Do you know anywhere I could meet one of them?
I mean, you just walk up to the fucking Lord's house. There's a bunch of them, standing around out there.
Well, I was wanting a more private area away from the Lord's eyes. Do you know any sort of establishments they might frequent?
Oh, I see. You're looking for a hole or two. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah. So there's a building that's out on the edge of town. You see, it's this old shack. Sometimes, if you're lucky, there's a hole there, and if you stick your Johnson through, there might be someone on the other side. I heard a couple of those guards me personally. I would never do anything that ever. Never. But I heard some of those guards going there.
Okay. Can you I pull up the crude map and I'll say, can you tell me in a general this area where this would be at?
Yeah, he points to it on the map and shows you.
Okay. I'll say, thank you for your time, Goat. If I ever meet you in town, maybe I'll buy you another drink, or maybe you'll buy me one. Eye for an eye. And I'll put my hand out to shake his hand, and then I'll like step away.
Okay. As you're walking away, he says, "Why don't you just buy me one now?"
Tell him I was like, I'm a little like short on coin right now, but next time I'll get you.
Okay.
And I'll go back over to meet with Dragon and Brutus.
Okay,
I'll
so
say,
Sarah,
like,
you
while
rolled-
while they
yeah,
were
yeah.
talking, I will have wanted to get done with my conversation with Brutus and walked around and talked to different, common folk about.
Okay, well, right now it's only the old goat who's in the bar so far.
Oh, it's only
so
him, and then
that's-
the us.
Aside from you all, yeah.
Okay,
just
because it's so early.
just
Okay,
right now.
okay.
But Sarah, you rolled for flirtation.
Charisma?
Yeah, charisma.
Yeah, I got an 8. I got a 9.
Like total or with your modifier?
Yeah.
Okay. So you attempt to flirt with Brutus. And what do you want to say?
Okay. I'm gonna grab his muscles and I'm gonna say, "Look at these muscles. Do you work out?" That's what I'm gonna
No,
say.
I'm just half orc, so they're just kind of there.
Oh, nice. And then I'm going to and then I'm going to say, "Ooh, look at this stew. It smells really good. Can I have a bite?"
I paid for this stew. If you want your own, it's only 2 copper.
Okay.
I thought it was
never mind.
1.
That's the cheese and
Mm.
Oh,
Fred.
yeah.
Wait, if I'm on my way back over, so I'm back over there by this time. She's running around.
Yeah.
Can I just like look at it and be like, I'm gonna whisper into Sarah's or into Vienna's ear and be like, he has a wife and kids.
Whoa! He did not out
He
of character.
did-
Did Joe say anything about a wife?
Well, that you
I
don't
remember
know.
a child.
You don't.
No,
well, yeah,
you don't know this. I'm
You
just
don't
telling
know
you this
either.
as like a friendly,
Okay.
without
Wait,
embarrassing.
yeah,
I'm
wait.
just,
Does he?
telling
Did he
you.
say he
Okay.
had a wife, Joe?
He didn't mention it.
He did
But he-
not.
yeah,
I
well,
know. I know.
Oh, okay. I assumed because he said he
Okay.
had his
Yeah.
own daughter, and I just.
I mean,
Okay.
you can still say it. I mean, like.
Yeah,
you know,
Okay.
I'm
No, 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 no.
assuming. I'm assuming, so I'm gonna whisper. to her.
Once Qrow whispers that in my ear, I back off
Okay.
and I turn my attention to you. I mean Qrow, and I'm gonna say hi, I'm Vienna.
I
Thanks
put my
for the
hand
tip.
out at an arm's length and shake say, I'm Qrow, nice to meet you.
Why does everyone hate me? How did I get that role? Like, what? Okay, I shake your hand.
I'll look at her and say so you must be Vienna, since you did introduce yourself, but are you one working with Beatrice to help her with her situation?
Yeah. Dragon and I met at the tree. And
Oh,
then he abandoned me.
Dragon, you're helping too?
Yeah.
I thought you guys already knew each other.
No.
No.
We
No.
we
Okay.
were starting to get acquainted, and I met the lovely goat over there.
Okay.
Okay, so you all catch up, and
Yeah,
talk
I'll
about it.
say okay, since we're all helping, let's go to a bigger table, and we'll all compare notes and see where we're at.
Okay.
All right, so you all are caught up. Brutus is still eating his stew. While
Are
you
people
all are
are
talking.
common people entering the bar as we're
Yeah,
talking?
so-
Okay.
All
Oh,
right,
no.
so let's see. All right, 4 people enter the bar while you all are talking. The tavern. Starting with you see one older lady. She's probably in her late 30s. She opens the door and she walks to the bar with her head down, and she sits down at the bar and then just motions to the barkeep, and without even exchanging a word, she sets down a mug of mead for the lady, and the lady just sits there with her head down sipping. She's, like I said, older, late 30s. She has dark hair that's kind of long with gray in it. And she's wearing pretty common clothes, not poor, but obviously not wealthy. They look like she keeps up with herself, but it's they're a little dusty and definitely not new.
I'd like to get up and go talk to this lady.
Okay. Also, I'll say the other three people that enter, we have a guy who enters in wearing a red cloak who walks in and goes and sits down at a table in the corner and pulls out a blade and starts like twirling it on the table. We have another old man, but he looks
Okay.
like a better kept old man. Like he has like nicer clothes. He's kind of like, a little bit, takes better care of himself. He goes and sits down at the bar as well, starts eating some stew. And then the last person to run in is a young lady, probably in her like early 20s, who has red hair, and she bursts through the door and says, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I know I'm late. I know I'm late. Don't worry, I'll handle all the customers." And the barkeep says, "You bitch, get back there. Get your fucking apron on. I swear to God, I should fire you." Yeah. So yeah, Dan, you go to the bar to meet the lady.
I'd like to just ask her, "How are you doing? How you doing?"
She looks at you, doesn't say anything, and then turns back and drinks.
I would try to raise her up and be like, "Can I get you a drink?"
Okay. You know what? You don't even have to roll. She's gonna say, "Yeah, you can buy me a drink."
Okay.
So that will be
how much copper?
2 copper.
2 copper. All right, I'll pay that. And then I want to ask her, what do you know about the lords around here? I've heard some interesting stories. What could you tell me about them? Or the lord?
Now that
the
she's
lord.
got her second drink, she turns away from you and keeps drinking.
Doesn't say a word.
Nope.
Can I roll for persuasion, charisma here?
Sure, you can roll for persuasion.
Okay. I got a 3. 8 total.
Okay, yeah, she still just keeps drinking. She doesn't say anything.
I guess I'm gonna heed for a little bit and then head back to the table. But I do want to go to this man with the dagger.
Okay.
Whenever Dragon sits down, I want to like just discuss something with the entirety of the group.
Okay.
So, I want to ask if like the group has like, before you got to this town, did you hear anything about nightmares? So I'm asking you and Sarah, or you and Vienna.
I would say no immediately. I'd be like, no, not heard a thing. I don't believe
Vienna?
in a lot of superstitious stuff.
No, I haven't heard anything, but I did have one last night.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it a nightmare, just a very odd dream. But the barkeep, Lilia, did mention the apothecary would be a good place to start. And seeing as it was my reason for coming to town, I was wanting to go check it out. Brutus, you seem very well versed in this town. Would you like be willing to accompany me?
Okay.
All right, I'm like, look at the group and tell them, I was like, there seem since we all do have the common goal, I feel like this should be. Oh, is there like an inn in this town, or like any sort of or should I ask somebody?
We were staying at the
inn is
inn,
where,
right?
Yeah, where you stay at, but it's purely just for lodge, like boarding.
Is this
is
tavern
like
like
the
connected
tavern.
to this
No,
inn,
so
by the way, or
there-
is it like near?
It's near it. Like I said, there's
Okay.
like basically 4 corners of businesses, and this is like the tavern and the inn are 2 of the corners.
Okay, I look at the group. I say we need to designate one of our rooms at the tavern as like our point of base. So today we'll split up and we'll go out and like do our own investigations, and then at the end of the day we'll come back and we'll compare notes and see where we're at.
That's fine with me.
Vienna.
She said sure. Yeah.
Like to stay together. No, I did not say sure.
Oh, I thought you said sure.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
my bad.
rebuttal and I'm gonna say I think we should stay together.
Okay. Would you like to accompany me and Brutus to the apothecary, or would you
Okay.
like to stay here with Dragon and talk with some
No, I'll
of the
come with
locals?
Brutus.
Okay. I'm gonna head out to the apothecary if Brutus and Vienna want to join me.
All right, you start heading to the apothecary.
Hi,
Dan, do
Drago.
you want to?
I want to head to the man with the dagger,
Okay.
and I want to approach him and say, "You look pretty handy with that dagger there, buddy."
He says, "Is that supposed to be a like pickup line?"
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, no shame, but I just personally I don't go that way.
I don't either.
Okay, good. We're in agreement.
All right. This dagger intrigues me, and I want to ask: is he a betting man?
Funny you should ask. I am a man of all types, but in a village such as this one, I find that there is nothing more fun in a day than spending
Yes.
all of your money betting on games.
I would like to play a game with this man, maybe with the dagger. To me, this is alluding to maybe a game, like a little, what's it called? The five-finger fillet.
Yep, so...
I want to challenge him to a game.
All right, so he explains, he says, all right, if you are handy with a dagger, well, then this is the game for you. Basically, what you got to do is you got to take this here dagger, and if you can throw it, and he points across the bar, there's a like red circle on the wall, and he says, if you can throw this dagger and hit it in that circle, I'll give you 2 copper pieces.
2 copper.
But if you miss the circle, you owe me 2 copper.
I want to say I raise you a silver. 1 silver.
I'll say 5 copper, just until I know what I'm working with here.
And if I don't have that, can I still say yes?
5 copper, I mean 5 copper is what I meant to say.
Yeah, no. If I don't have the,
okay.
well, I just spent some on that lady. Fuck it. Didn't give me nothing.
Yeah,
if I don't have that, can I still?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say deal. I'll shake his hand,
Okay.
and then I'll take the knife. And then now I have to roll, I'm assuming, for this.
Yep, so you're going to roll, it's going to be...
Dexterity for this multiplier, or...
No, I think I'm going to have you roll, I'm going to have you roll athletics.
Athletics, so... Which one would that be?
Strength.
Shit. I have no... Okay. A D20?
Yeah.
I'm already committed. I got a 3, bro. Okay, I guess I could...
So you throw your knife, it completely misses the target, and he says, "Ha, man, money is sweet, isn't it?"
Double or nothing is what I say.
All right. Roll it again. So now this is worth 10 copper.
Yes. How would what you said? How much copper is a silver? So if in case I have
Yeah,
to,
it's basically 1 silver.
Okay.
10 copper, 1 silver. And if you ever need to if you need copper and you have silver, or you need silver and you have gold, you can go to a tavern and just exchange it out too.
Okay. Oh, 19.
Oh shit! So you fucking you grab the dagger and you throw it, and it hits almost right in the center of the red dot. And he goes, "Fuck! Were you fucking playing me?"
No, just luck, my friend.
Oh yeah, just luck. He slides you 10 copper,
Nice.
and he says,
"We'll come up."
All right, well, fuck you. If you ever want to gamble again, you know where to find me.
Now, can I ask this guy for any information?
Sure.
Or is he... I'm assuming he's not going to want to. I want to ask, by any chance, you know about this Lord Veracruz? I've heard some interesting stories.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I rolled into this town a couple weeks ago. I've just kind of been waiting here, looking for something to do. I don't really know that much. I haven't seen the guy, but yeah, I hear rumors too. Apparently he's marrying some lady, some chick. Wedding's supposed to be happening soon, so I guess we'll see if anything interesting comes of that.
And I'd ask, as a gambling man, do you know if any of his guards or him himself is a gambling man, and where he might frequent in this town?
A couple of guards are gambling men, but recently they've all kind of dried up. They used to, if you found them on the street patrolling, you could, convince them to play a game of dice with you. But nowadays, it just seems like anytime I try and get them to gamble, they don't respond.
I'll heed, and I'll head back to the bar, and
Okay.
I want to buy another drink from this red-haired lady.
Okay, so we're gonna put a pause on you for a second.
No, that's fine. I need to piss
okay.
anyways.
Okay, so your
The
group,
music just got so intense.
yeah,
Scared me.
your group arrives at the apothecary, and I'm going to stop the music and I'm gonna put it on like the bass music, just because you're heading into an apothecary, so there's not like any actual music there, but this is just gonna be more for like ambiance.
Okay.
So you get to the apothecary. Oh, hold on. Oh wait, there you go.
And which corner of the town is this apothecary in?
The bottom right.
Okay.
So let's see here.
And what relation is the apothecary to the river that goes to the town?
So basically, the river, it goes through the middle, and like basically, you can kind of think of it as like if you have like a cross, the like right angles of the cross. The apothecary is like the bottom right angle.
Okay. As we're like passing the river, I just want to like glance over onto like the shore of like each like adjoining sides. I just want to see if I see any like river herbs or anything I could like pick real quick to like go make a sale at the apothecary.
Okay, do an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Would it be a survival?
In this situation, since it's not like it's more of a like recognizing than like looking through. It's more just, can you recognize anything on the bank?
And you said Arcana.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That will be a 12.
12. So you recognize some of the herbs on the bank, but they don't seem to be anything like outstanding in terms of medicinal or magical quality. It's mostly just moss, grass, leaves, twigs.
Okay.
At least from what you can see on the bank here, there aren't any magical herbs.
All right, then we'll just keep on moving. I was just glancing as we were passing it.
All right, so you get into the apothecary. It's relatively small. It's basically just a like little counter and a room that's roughly like 12 feet by 6 feet. And there are like shelves around the store that are filled with various herbs, potions, just medical tools, just random things that you might find, in an apothecary.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the front counter and talk to the store owner.
Okay, so you walk up to the front. Fucking bitch. You walk up to the front counter. You see a elderly lady. She's probably in her early 60s. She's got short gray hair. She's wearing just this green kind of like cloak, basically. And you walk up and she says, "Hi, my name's Daisy. What can I help you out with today?"
I would say nice to meet you. My name's Qrow. I was just in the your local bar here, and I was told to about some questions I had, and I could come down here and you'd have some answers for me.
I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
A couple of days ago, before coming into town, I happened into a very quaint bookstore that was owned by a halfling, and he told some very precarious things about some nightmares that are plaguing this town. And I happen to be someone who's very interested in the arts of magic and such, and I figured it would be something to come and investigate, see if I could help in any way. So I was wanting to know if you had any insight into that.
Yeah, halfling. Did he own a bookstore?
He did.
Oh yeah, I know him. We met once. We basically we crossed paths one time when we were traveling through the countryside. Yeah, I tried to keep in touch with them. We wrote a letter or two, but yeah, we never really nothing really ever happened. But it's nice to hear he's doing all right. I'm glad to hear it. I definitely need to go and make a trip to go see him someday. But yeah, in terms of what's happening here, I honestly I'm befuddled. I basically about say about a year ago, everyone started getting these nightmares, and my store was filled with people, wanting to know how they can get the nightmares to stop. And I tried everything. I tried herbs, I tried spells, I tried potions, I tried everything under the sun, and nothing helped. And sadly, I get the nightmares too. And I think at this point, everyone just kind of accepted that this is our life. I've tried, looking into it further. I can't really leave the shop very often, so I can't go like searching for anything. I've just been, trying to tinker with different herbs and potions and hope that, maybe one day I might be able to find something to get these nightmares to stop. The only thing that I could think of is it's a curse that was put on the town, or maybe a magical item. That would be the only thing I could think of that potion wouldn't counteract, since it would be more of a broad effect that isn't treatable from like person to person.
Um, so could you describe, like, I don't know if people describe their nightmares to you, but if they did, that would help. But could you describe your personal nightmares, or like the nightmares of individuals in this like vicinity that did have nightmares?
It seems like all of our nightmares are like specific to each person. um I can say that at least for my nightmares, I dream of um, a witch. A lot of the times, that's mostly what I dream about. But from what I've heard from different people, I think that everyone has different ones. There doesn't seem to be at least a common theme from the people I've talked to.
Okay. In the nightmare, whenever my first night here in town, I had a nightmare, but it was of a wizard.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if there would be any ties to a person's personal traits or abilities, since me and you being versed in magic, maybe we would see something akin to that.
It
I
could
don't.
be. That's a good theory.
Um, have you noticed anything strange about the village? Maybe some form of like object or artifact maybe just popped up and you don't know where it's from, or someone sort of just rolled into town and it's sort of like from that point on something like these started happening. Has anything like of that sort of instances happened in the town?
Only thing that really changed aside from the nightmares themselves, there hasn't been any, at least that I've seen, like magical abilities or artifacts or anything like that. But yeah, the only big thing going on right now is the wedding. The Lord, getting ready to marry his bride. I know that she's not from around here, because I definitely didn't recognize her when I saw her. I think she came into town, maybe a couple months ago. I'm not exactly sure, but I just knew that she definitely wasn't from around here.
What can you tell me about the Lord? Like, how long has he been lording over this specific, like, particular town? Because I talked to a very unique gentleman, goes by Goat, in the tavern, and he told me that he gave up his right to rule over this town to the Lord Veracruz. So, could you give me any insight into that, of the history of this particular Lord?
Yeah. Don't listen to Goat. He tells everyone that story. It's not true.
Okay.
Um, he means well, but he remembers things a little incorrectly. Um, but yeah, in terms of the town's history, so our lord, Veracruz, basically he became the lord of this town. I think it was about a dozen years ago. I think it was around that time. I know
A
that
dozen
his
years ago.
yeah, about 12 years.
Okay.
Um, I know that I grew up in a village nearby from here, and his father was a very wealthy merchant. So I assume that he probably inherited his father's wealth and used that in order to basically um, become the lord of the village and yeah, sway everyone who lived here to let him be in control. And ever since then, nobody's really questioned it.
You said he swayed people to allow him to be in control. It wasn't like a vote, or he wasn't like a local that lived here for long. He just sort of showed up and started ruling.
I think there might have been a vote. I wasn't here for that, but um, I think even if there was a vote, I think he probably, used some of his money in order to get the vote. Um, I can't say for sure though. It's just kind of what I'd assume based on, who he was and how he kind of showed up.
Um, I talked to an individual earlier today about these nightmares, and the individual told me that there was an old wives' tale that was told outside of this town regarding the nightmares themselves. So I was wondering, since as someone who's been here from the start, what can you tell me? Can you tell me the exact story, or what is the exact tale of this old wives' tale? Like, what do they say?
Basically, they say the town's cursed. Nobody really knows how or why. But at least everyone that I talk to, they're usually afraid to come to the town because they're afraid that if they come here, they'll get cursed too. As for the people here, even if it is a curse, it seems to only be inside the village. Like when you leave the village, the nightmares stop. We've had lots of people leave because of the nightmares. The people that did stay are just people that have a strong connection to the town. Aside from that, that's really about all we know or what we say.
Yeah, I've seen how it's affecting a lot of the individuals in the town, and I would really like to help. Um, what do you have like a list of the herbs or like spells or like techniques you use to try to remedy the nightmares, so I don't have to like work backwards. I could just start where you like went off.
Yeah, I could try and get a list put together. I say if you come back tomorrow, I could have a list for you, and yeah, I'll look through my inventory, see what we tried. We tried a lot. Yeah, so yeah, I can make that list for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Can I do like a history check to see if I like from books that I've read or anything about this like general area, if I know anything just off the top of my head that I could like talk about.
Yeah, you can do a history check. Sarah, do you want to say or do anything while you're here?
I think while that whole interaction was going on, I was just walking around looking at all the stuff.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 22.
Okay.
Wait, can you go above 20?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
Um,
shit.
Yeah, because especially like
didn't
with
know.
checks, something that's considered nearly impossible is like a 29 or above. Like a 20 or above is like extremely difficult.
So I'm very
Um,
versed in this town just from reading.
yeah. So,
Nice.
basically, from what you've read about this town, it's a pretty like civilized history. Like there was nothing out of the ordinary about this town before this happened. Like, it's an agricultural town. It's always been its lifeblood is farming. Never really was too eventful. You do know that it was about 12 years ago when the current lord came into power. The village didn't have a lord before that. It was just kind of like a collection of farmers. He
You said a
basically
year ago?
no, like 12 years ago
Oh,
when
okay.
yeah. So it was like a collection of farmers, and basically, he owned a one of the like largest farms in the area. He like came to the town. They had like a vote, and he was elected the lord. And it's been pretty smooth sailing ever since until this like curse thing happened.
Okay. By any chance, are you like well versed in the seeing as you might collect your own herbs for your apothecary? Are you versed in the geography of the surrounding like area around this town?
I'd say so.
Okay. Do you know anybody I could talk to about maybe getting some maps or like some information just regarding the outside town? Because I have a theory running about because I've read some books about this town and how it was an agricultural town,
Mm.
and I have a bit of a short theory on maybe that's something running through the namesake of this town, the river run, that maybe something got into the crops that is causing hysteria, maybe.
Mm.
Um, but it's just something I would like to check out. So do you know? Could you point me anywhere to like get some maps or like some knowledge in that area, or maybe you have some?
Yeah, so I don't have any maps on me. The We don't have like a separate library, but if you want to go try and check the library, it's in the Lord's house. So Basically, when he came to the town, he built that as sort of like a town hall. And that's kind of where we kept all of our town official documents, our collection of books, since we didn't have enough, to really start our own whole library. You could ask the blacksmith if he has any, but I think that'd probably be the best place to look.
Is the Lord's home open to the public? I've heard that it's cut off recently. That he's been pulling in everyone. He's not really talking to the public. Would be something that I'd be able to enter, or I'd be stopped before I would be able to get in.
It used to be open to the public, but now they pretty much turn everyone away. You could always try.
Okay.
How?
One last thing before I go. Do you know anywhere I could probably, like, the best place to pick? I won't steal your products, but the best place I could pick out some herbs, or because I myself come from a history of apothecary. My grandfather used to run one in my hometown.
So if you follow the river as you go south, once you hit the tree line, it splits off into two. And if you follow the one that goes to the right, it leads to the spring. That's where I get a lot of my stuff.
Okay. And I know I said the last thing, but this is the last thing, I promise. But do you know anything about the guards? Personalities, or like where they might frequent, or who I could get in contact to with talking to them? Because I figured maybe they know something about this whole situation.
Yeah, they were all good boys. I remember, them running around this town and growing up with them, but or watching them grow up, and they were really just good guys. They enlisted in the military when they turned 18. Most of them did. Some of them there are legacies. They've been in there for a while. But they used to frequent the tavern, but now they just kind of work, and they do their shifts. They go home, and they don't really talk to anyone.
So they've been being odd lately.
Yeah, for past I mean, basically the year since the nightmare started. I don't know if it's like affecting them or what it may be, but anytime someone tries to talk to them, they just act really weird.
Okay. Well, I'll get out of your hair, and maybe my compatriots here might have some questions for you. But my character, he'll step back and he'll take his notebook out and start writing down information she gave him.
Okay, Sarah, do you want to ask anything? Yeah.
I just realized that there is different bonuses for all the different things, and I've not been using those. I've just been going off the base dexterity, constitution, but I realized there's a history, deception, athletic. They're all different. I didn't realize that.
You have like specialties.
Yeah, so like
character has
like persuasion specifically says +6, and then like sleight of hand +6.
You roll, and whatever you roll, you add that to it.
But I've not been doing that. I've just been I've just been adding dexterity based constitution intelligence because I didn't know this, so I've definitely fucked up some of our rolls.
But if you have like a proficiency in something, then
because I know a couple times you said perception, insight, and stuff, and I've not added those specific ones, and I just realized that.
Okay.
So, are we using those, or are we using the base?
Yeah, if you have a proficiency in something, then
from now on, we just use the ones whenever you say like you're going to do an athletics roll. I need to use that, right? And a deception. Okay. I've definitely fucked up, man. I fucked my chances on some rolls now, man. Fuck.
It's campaign one.
Yeah, while we were all talking, I was just reading all this. I was like, wait a minute, there's a bunch of different fucking bonuses for all these different things. I've not been using them.
Sarah, do you have any questions for the apothecary lady?
Yeah. I want to say, Daisy, do you have anything we can smoke?
Hey.
Daisy laughs. She says, "Oh, sweetie, yeah, I do."
Yeah, I got some fucking herb.
With it.
She says, "Don't tell anyone about this." And she reaches under her counter and she pulls out a bag of herbs, and she says, "You can smoke this. It's 2 copper."
I'll give it.
Okay, so you give her 2 copper. You now own a bag of smokable herb. Brutus looks at you and just kind of looks like, and then like turns and walks away.
Don't fucking judge me, Brutus. What the fuck?
Brutus is a simple man.
I see, I'm gonna walk up to Vienna. He's like, "Can I see what you purchased? I might be able to tell you what it is, like what effects it might have."
Vienna doesn't care.
Can
You
I do
gonna
like a
smoke
roll
it?
on that, Joe?
Well, if she
I'll let
lets
you do
you.
it. I'll
Oh,
let you.
okay.
You don't even
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
roll. I'll let you.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, but yeah, if you want to
If you
roll
steal out,
So
for
it could
kill
be a
you.
medicine
Your
check.
knowledge.
yeah,
Medicine.
Let's see, medicine check.
Freezy's like, that is Indica Northern Lights.
Indica Northern Lights. Wrong.
I got a 14.
Ooh.
Okay, you know the plant. It is a common smokable herb found in this area of the country. Basically, at low doses, it just produces feelings of euphoria, things along that
tobacco.
line. And extremely high doses can produce, hallucinations.
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically, it's not like medicinal in it really anyway. It's just more for mind altering.
Recreational.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would look at Vienna and just say, "Be careful with that. Just take it in moderation, unless you wanna see some stuff and go wild on it." But I
He
would
smokes
I'd
it
tell
all in one.
I would just say, be careful with it. It can be a bit much for people, so
Okay.
just be aware.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm just gonna look at her like, "What? Okay."
And Freezy's like the reasonable one in the group. He's so nice and like knowledgeable,
the
and we're all
dad of
just
the
we're
group.
doing me and Sarah doing our own thing.
I'm a wizard.
Alright.
I gotta be.
Sarah, do you want to ask anything else, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay,
all I
so
wanted.
you all leave the apothecary. We'll switch back to Dan real quick.
Yeah, is it
Okay, I
okay
just
like
say
to
where I was
not
wanting to
like
go.
I wasn't paying full attention to like what
No,
you were
you're
talking about,
fine.
and
Yeah,
that's
that's
fine,
fine,
right?
yeah.
Because like I'm trying to like play
You
like
don't know,
I'm
you
not there.
haven't
Yeah,
heard
I haven't
anything, so-
heard.
Okay.
Okay, so Dan,
Yeah.
you wanted to go talk to the red-haired.
Yeah, I wanted to order
lady.
another drink from her, and yeah, start talking to her.
Okay, so you walk up to her to order another drink. She goes, "Hey, haven't seen you around here."
I'm like, yeah, I'm a little new in town. You know, just staying the
Oh.
night at the inn last night.
Where are you from?
I don't know the name of the place I'm from.
I mean,
Do you
can
have-
lie. You can just make something up if you want.
I'd say.
Or you can just be nondescript. You can say like a city on like the west coast.
I'd say like yeah, like I'm from an elvish city. You know, I was going to school and I'm taking a little vacation. I'm from a richer family.
Oh, rich family. Oh, okay. She like pulls down her shirt a little bit. So what can I get you?
I'd say I'd like a cup of mead. I'd like another cup of mead, please.
Coming right up, sweetie. That's 1 copper.
Okay. All right. When I get it, I'd like to ask, what do you know about this lord? You know, I've heard he's a little interesting. You know, a little something.
Not as much of a something as you are.
Oh. Oh, thank you. I don't know what else. I don't know where to go from there.
Yeah.
I would, I'd reiterate, like, what can you tell me about him?
Oh, not much. He's getting married in a couple weeks. What about it? Just a normal dude.
Normal dude. I would ask, does he ever come in here? Does he ever come by, get a drink?
Not really. He used to, walk around the town, but I think he prefers to, drink at his home.
When he did used to walk around town, did he ever talk about anything, show any interest?
He seemed like a politician, business guy. He just kind of, made small talk.
Was he ever heavy on the drink? Was he a little bit of a lightweight?
I never saw him drink, so I would say probably not. He never appeared drunk either.
Okay. This woman doesn't seem to have much information, bro. God damn. Trying to think what to do. I think I'm gonna just ask for some a little bit of food to go, see if I can get that on the low, on the free. Can I roll for that, or
Yeah,
I
you can roll a persuasion. Roll a persuasion check.
roll a persuasion? So I go to persuasion, right, and add that number.
Yeah.
Okay.
While he's doing that, Joe, I want like whenever we left the apothecary, I wanted to head towards the Lord's house just to check it out.
Okay.
An 11, and I have a +6 on persuasion, so 17.
Okay. She looks back and forth, and then she like walks back into the kitchen, comes out with a basically like a wax paper, like, you know, rolled up with some twine, and she sets it on the counter, and she like checks one more time for the barkeep, and she says, "This is on the house, and next time you come in, buy me a drink."
Let's say thank you. Maybe give her a little wink or something.
Yeah.
A little wink. And then I'd head off. Also, wait. On my way out, are there more people that have filed into this bar, just randoms?
The only other one that you haven't talked to is the other like old man who looks like a bit.
But there's no like other random people, because I was thinking you know, part of me would want to like bump into somebody, do a little pickpocketing real quick. But if there's nobody else in the bar, I don't want to. Yeah. I'm assuming this old man's poor, so I'm not going to try to steal from him. Okay. I think I'm just going to head out the bar now. I don't think I want to talk to this old fucker.
And you see the rest of the group coming out of the apothecary.
I'd
catch up with them.
We got some information.
All right.
I was wanting to go check out the Lord's Manor to just check it out, but I might need your help in the case. You are versed in lockpicking, correct?
Yes, I'm very versed.
You seem the type. All right, let's go.
Wow. Make judgments that quick, do you, wizard?
I turn around and be like, "Oh, sorry. Sometimes I'm just a tad bit honest," and just keep going.
All right. So
in that like interaction, like on our way there, is he like divulging me and everything that he learned?
Yeah, you can catch him up.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to.
If you
and I guess, yeah, I don't. You know, I didn't really learn too much, but you know, you can ask me like the things, but I don't. I feel I'm gonna be pretty bare bone on what I've learned. But is there anything that you wrote down that I should write down though, Freezy? Just
most of my stuff was writing down about the nightmares that's going on.
The nightmares. Well, I'm gonna say I personally don't care about the nightmares at the time. I don't really believe in that fucking fooey. I'm not very.
Then I also got some information about.
I believe in spells and stuff, but I don't believe in.
Yeah, I also got some information about Veracruz.
Yeah, what was it?
He's been a lord for 12 years. His family was a very large farm, since this used to be an agricultural region, and they had a voting system where he and his family was voted in to become the lords of this town.
Like essentially paid for his.
There are some whispers that he bought his votes, but it's not confirmed yet. It's just some whispers. I also learned that some of the guards have been acting a bit weird.
I guess I'll say if you ask me about anything, I'll say like he's not a drunkard and he doesn't like to drink. He seems pretty reserved and just talking about, you know, politics. Yes. He doesn't seem like a, you know, party or a gambler, anybody crazy. So
he's very normal. Like almost
from what we hear, yeah, a little too much. Yeah, it's I'm a little weary.
Bit odd. But yeah, well,
I'll give that though. Like just basic. Like, yep, he doesn't drink. He doesn't gamble. Just like weird normal guy. Don't really like it.
I'm also gonna turn around and like point at Vienna. I'm like, Vienna bought drugs, by the way, and just keep walking.
I will say, can I ask Vienna for a little bit of smoke?
At what point? What time is it?
Oh yeah, like is it like at night?
At night.
Oh,
like
or in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, not like actual physical real time. In this world, it was morning when we started, so I'm assuming it's like afternoon.
It's basically noon right now.
Okay, but noon.
Were you like seeing any like people in the streets, or is it just like a barren like?
I feel like people are gonna start coming out at this time, right? People are gonna start waking up and like doing their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Are these drugs legal? I should have asked Daisy.
Yeah, wait. Would I know if they're legal? Since I did that.
Okay, yeah. Freezy would know they are not necessarily illegal.
Who the fuck's enforced?
Like,
that.
if like it basically kind of varies, depending on which kind of guard you get, if they will try and arrest you for it, or if they'll be cool with it.
I'll just
I
tell her
think-
keep him hidden for now.
Okay, I will suggest to the group, do you want to go back to our home base?
The inn.
In the inn. Maybe smoke some and...
Wait, where
come
were
up
we
with a
headed
plan.
though, Joe?
I was
Um,
wanting to go check out the Lord's Manor real quick to see if I
Oh,
could get in and check the
okay.
libraries out.
Yeah,
I'd be
so-
down to head there, but I would also, I'd be asking Vienna
What
for a
is
little bit of
the-
smoke. Try
does,
to try to be a
Brutus
little
wanna
nice.
Brutus, he's like, well, if you guys go smoke, I'm probably just gonna go home. But I'll follow
no.
y'all wherever.
Does
you
Qrow
want.
want to smoke though? I don't think he's about that life.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh well, see,
Are you
coming
wanting?
up into like an herbal? I've tried stuff, but it's like I know what happens, so it's not like anything unique for me. But
Kim-
like, as for Brutus, I'm like, Brutus, you can come with me since you're like known in the town. I might have an easier time getting into the library with you.
So maybe, how about you guys head to the town and me and Vienna head to like the marketplace? Because I kind of want to go to the market,
Yeah,
maybe
I
do a
wanna go
little
to the
finessing
market.
on the way there.
Okay.
You know-
I'll do it.
But me
Hey,
and Brutus
let
are gonna head
me-
there.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Me and Brutus are gonna head to the Lord's Manor.
So we talked
Okay.
that on our walk, okay?
I think
Yeah, so we split off.
And so me
Okay.
and Vienna head to the market area.
Dragoon, I want to create an alliance here.
Hmm.
You're good at pickpocketing.
Yes.
I mean, it's not proven yet, but let me finesse the men.
Yeah,
Let you
that's
like,
true.
you
Like,
do your
I feel like
thing.
I'm not good at finessing the men. The women are
let me be the distraction.
okay.
You be the pickpocketer.
I'd say we share some smoke. Either I give you something for it. I'd rather offer than like just ask you for it because I feel like you're not very perceptive to my persuasion. But I'm not sure. Can you roll to persuade others in the group, or is that
Yeah, you can.
not something you can do? Okay. So if I were to ask you, could I share some of this herb that you got? What would you oblige? Or would I have to?
Yeah, she said okay.
Okay.
All right, so you all split off. You two head to the
Mhm.
market, and then Qrow and Brutus head to the Lord's Manor.
All right.
Can you everyone give me a perception check?
Oh, okay. And perception, that's its own thing, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
did
you-
you
Perception.
find that?
Okay,
You
so
roll your
like
D20, and
whenever
add
you
your
look in the middle, Sarah, there's just a bunch of stuff that says acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, and they all have their own numbers next to them. I mean, I'm looking at the page on desktop, so I don't know how it looks on the phone.
Okay, so I'm like looking at my notebook and I don't notice anything because I only wrote a 6.
Wait, what?
I
Oh,
was just
for
saying,
your-
like, hey, I'm like reading over my notes, so I'm just like not
Okay.
really paying
Okay,
attention. So,
so-
I'm like, I gotta.
Wait, you said
Okay,
perception,
okay.
right, Joe?
Wait, a what
Yeah,
check?
perception.
Okay, so I have a +8 on perception. I'm really sad I didn't fucking
Right.
use that earlier. So I rolled a 2, so I got 10. I've got a 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna go take a piss break though.
Okay.
I got an 11.
11. Okay.
All of my
So-
numbers are so low, like so low, or negative.
Well, that's
like
why
I
you
don't
roll
know.
one. Like there's
Is Dan
20
not a level 1?
No, he is, but he has a proficiency in that, so it's like his specialty.
Okay.
Okay, so Freezy, you wait, hold on.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. You and Brutus head to the Lord's manor. Don't really notice anything like weird or suspicious on the way. Vienna and I'll let Dragon know when he gets back. You all have this like weird feeling that like you're being watched, but you don't really know why. It's just like a weird like feeling in the back of your brain like someone's watching you. Okay. So let's see. Also, Sarah, so what time are you wanting to wrap this up tonight?
Sooner rather than later.
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to take a little nap, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay. So, let's see.
I can
Let's
just
go ahead.
Yeah, I can just like say
Um,
like we can check the town out and then like or check the Lord's Manor and then we could just all head back there to the inn if that's what y'all want to do.
we do that. Here, let's do an
No. You don't
abbreviated.
have to rush because of
No.
me.
Let's do an abbreviated version here. Okay, so Freezy, you and Brutus arrive at the Lord's Manor. You see a lot of guards stationed around it, basically every entrance and exit. From what you can see, it's like a two-story building with like basically wood painted. It looks relatively nice, well kept. But yeah, it's surrounded by town militia. They're all wearing like leather armor with helmets, um, and all they're carrying a spear.
I want to like the front gate and see if I can talk to one of the guards.
Okay, as you approach, the guards stand at the ready and they point their spears at you and they say, "Oh, hey,
I'm just putting my hands up and I'm like I'm just a passer through. I got some knowledge from the local apothecary Daisy that there's a library here and I was wanting to check it out because it's books.
no visitors
Uh,
allowed."
oh, is there a reason for that? I was just wanting to know.
Getting ready for the wedding.
Oh, there's a wedding happening?
Yeah,
Uh, when's that happening? Can I get any information on that?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay. What's your name, sir? Or ma'am?
He doesn't respond.
Okay. I look at Brutus and I whisper to Brutus, I'm like, do you know this guy?
No.
Man, okay. Um,
You need my persuasion.
I want to see if I can persuade the guard into telling me if there's if he if what I'm gonna ask him is so what do you do on your off time here? Try to persuade him into giving me some information.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Oh God.
And then Dan and Sarah, what I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna have Dan roll for sleight of hand. Sarah,
I was gonna say I do want to fucking pick. I want to bump into a couple people or whoever and try to get a little gold on the side.
Yeah, so
here.
Dan,
or
you're
silver,
gonna roll
I mean.
sleight of hand,
copper.
and Sarah, you're gonna roll performance.
Ooh, sleight of hand, bro.
Go.
Yeah.
I
What'd
rolled
you
a
get?
1.
Oh,
Yeah,
But I got a 3, but it's a 1.
Yeah, okay, so yeah. This guy deadpan. Everything you ask, he's just doesn't say anything.
I'm just gonna awkward chuckle okay, and just walk away.
it's fine if I catch my
Brutus.
dice if it falls off the table. I keep
Yeah,
catching
that's
it because
fine.
it keeps falling off. Okay, this one landed.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna tell Brutus. I'm gonna bump Brutus and either you help me out here or we're leaving.
I would rather leave.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the guard and be like, "Have a great day, sir. Sorry if we bothered you," and just sort of turn away and walk away.
His face doesn't change.
I'm gonna look at Brutus. I'm like, "The fuck was wrong with that guy?"
Oh, that was weird. That
was
was weird even for an ogre.
That
Or
was
an
weird,
orc, I
right?
mean.
That was weird, right?
Yeah. That
Well,
felt weird.
okay. While we're walking away, can I look back at him and see if I notice anything off about him? Maybe sense any magic off of him.
Roll a. What to do? Let's do an Arcana check. Just to see, and then yeah, what did you all roll? Vienna and Dragon.
A 16 with a +1 performance.
Okay, and
I got a 13 with a +6.
Okay.
What the
Okay, Joe. I rolled in total. I rolled a 16.
So I got a 19, by the
Okay.
way, Joe.
Okay, so
For sleight of
Qrow,
hand.
you feel a dark energy surrounding you perceive a dark energy surrounding the guard. You can't quite detect what it is. It just feels something's off, and it feels not like a good presence.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell Brutus. I'm just gonna look at Brutus and all right, let's just head back to the inn and compare notes with the others.
Okay. And yeah, okay, so yeah, okay. So Dragon and Vienna, you all do really well, like extremely well. So you, in a series of fleeces, go stall by stall and manage to steal from this market pretty well. You manage to get out uncaught, and as
Nice.
a total lump sum, you all have managed to steal 25 copper coins and 10 silver coins.
So how are we splitting this, or can we take? Do you know the individual of what we each did, or did we really work together?
You worked
The
together.
whole
Like,
time.
you were the one that stole it, and like so basically, like you all reconvene at the end, and yeah. But Dan,
How much
you
do we
do
get?
have.
How much
Well,
do we get?
Dan has the money himself, but he got 25 copper and 10 silver.
What did 25 copper, 10 silver?
Yeah.
Holy, I'm going to try and bargain half and half. So what is that? 20. That's 5 silver, and then I'll take the lesser of the copper.
So it's like
Yes!
12 and 13.
12 and
Just
13.
with the copper.
I'll propose that.
I'll propose. I'll give you all the copper, and I take the silver.
Hell no. How about?
I want to roll for persuasion here.
Whoa!
I want to roll for persuasion.
Let me.
Wait, how much is 10 silver worth in copper? By the way, 100 copper, right?
Yep.
1 silver is 10 copper. Okay.
Yep.
I say, I'll take all the copper and.
Because that's a 75
3
rule
silver.
25.
And you can have the rest.
All the
rest silver. 7 silver. That's 70 copper, and I only got 20, 50, 40, 45. Whatever that math was. I think that's a pretty good deal.
I want to roll for persuasion for my first deal here, Joe, if that's...
Okay, you can roll for persuasion, Sarah.
Or persuade, or whatever else it would be. I don't know what else. Is it only
roll for
persuasion?
Yeah, and then Sarah, you're going to roll for... You're going to roll for perception. Actually, you know what? We're going to roll insight for you.
Okay. Okay. 7 total.
I got a 5, and my plus on persuasion is 6.
Okay, so...
I got an 11.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah.
How about I'll say, I'll stand by what I said, plus I'll share my smokable herbs. I'm blurry.
I would agree to that, unless whatever we rolled changes things, Joe.
No, yeah,
What's your...
if you agree to it, yeah.
I agree
Okay.
to that.
What did I say?
You said
I
you get 7 silver, and then you take the rest.
Like the rest.
Which is...
That's
3
25
silver.
copper, 3 silver.
Okay.
Okay.
And now you have half a bag of smokable herbs.
Should I add that to
You
my...
said 3 silver?
Yeah.
Make a little inventory section. Joe, on my inventory section, can I add the things that I had originally said whenever I made the character?
Yeah, you can add that.
I don't know if it says it, because I just remember... I said that I had a ring and a necklace from my mother, and then a ring that I had stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Can I add that there?
Yeah, you can add that.
Okay.
Okay, so you all meet back up at the inn. At this point, it's getting close to dusk. It's like 7 o'clock, somewhere around there by the time you all reconvene. And Brutus says, once you all see each other again, he says, "Okay, well, I'll be back tomorrow in town. I gotta go home, make sure everything's taken care of at home. But yeah, if you all need anything, I'll be back here tomorrow. I'll meet you all at the tavern once it opens, and we can do anything else that we need to do." And he heads off.
So are we back at the tavern?
No, you're back at the inn.
The inn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the group and say like, whose room do we want to use as our base of operations?
Not mine.
Your guys' is stinky, smelly boy room.
Well, I don't really have nothing, bro. So, but still, I don't want to use my room.
Come to my room.
Okay, we'll go to Vienna's room.
All right.
All right. Now I have some important stuff to relay to you guys. Since I did attend, I went to the Lord's home, and I sensed dark magic coming off the guards, or one of the guards. I couldn't tell what type of magic exactly,
okay.
but
That would be my
feel
question.
sinister. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I would need to do some more investigating into it, but I did talk to the local apothecary, and she is procuring me a list of what they use to try to like help the nightmares, and I think the nightmares and everything is related. So once I get that list, I can backtrack and to see if I can discern what is afflicting the guards and or the Lord.
At this point, I would like to ask everybody about the nightmares, just out of curiosity, about what their nightmares were about. I'm not going to say.
Did you have nightmares?
I'm not going to say whether I did or didn't, but I'm going to ask about these nightmares. You know, I want you to give me your knowledge on them, but I also want to say, did you in Vienna have nightmares
when
when you slept in this town?
I'm gonna look at Dragoon real quick, and I'm just
Dragoon.
I want to make a persuasion check or some form of like check to sort of just like I want to say, listen.
You want to lie to him?
No, I wanted to just sort of try to like persuade information out of him.
Okay.
To get him to like just to like I want to say we're fighting something here that is probably bigger than just some abusive lord.
Mhm.
If that was the case, I wouldn't have felt dark magic, and there wouldn't be an entire town for the year being afflicted with nightmares. So to help along this investigation, I feel like we need to trust each other enough to to give all the information we can to speed this up along. So if you would be so kind as to tell me what your nightmare was. And I want to make a persuasion check on that.
Yeah, roll for persuasion, Dan. You roll for insight.
I roll for insight?
Yeah. So that way you can, if you can tell.
Hey, man,
like,
I got massive wisdom on that insight.
I got an 18.
Oh, my. Ooh. Got a 15 plus 6 for insight.
Oh, okay.
So I got a 21 here.
Qrow is very persuasive, but Dragon, you can tell, he's trying to persuade you.
Trying to persuade me? Okay. I would still say I'd go back to my original question, what did you guys have nightmares and what were they about? And I want to hear them first.
So if I tell you mine, tell me yours.
Not necessarily. I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay, I'll tell you mine. Vienna, do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
Or do you want to roll for something or not for, if you don't want to tell us or if you want to, lie or whatever.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
You want to be open. Okay.
The whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Okay.
My dream last night, I was sleeping and I felt really weird in the dream, it felt like, and I saw just a huge thing of light, and I was staring at it and getting scared, and it started to take the shape of a woman, and she was beautiful. She had blonde hair, and she was just stunning, right? Like full of light and beauty. And in this dream, I was just staring at her in awe, and then she reached out her hand to me. And then I woke up, and my heart was beating so fast. I was sweating. It was scary.
Okay, we have similar dreams, but not necessarily.
Okay.
What is your dream, Qrow?
I will tell you in detail, as a form of trust. Since Vienna told hers, I will tell you mine in detail, and I would hope you reciprocate those feelings.
Okay.
As I laid down, the room around me began to disappear. I looked down at myself. I was fully dressed in wizard robes that would be akin to something of very high status of like becoming the truest wizard, getting to my true form, right? I couldn't make anything. It was just darkness surrounding me. But I see the face of a man with black hair and a black beard, dressed in black robes. He smiles a sinister smile, and before I can even ask him who he is, he reaches out his hand, and I back up, and I fall to the ground, and I wake up in a pool of sweat. That is what happened in my dream. So it was the opposite to hers, where she was, as she said, a woman of light. Mine was a cloaked man in darkness. So
I would say I'd like to reveal a little bit, as more so Qrow's story made me think of mine. Qrow's nightmare, I would tell that in my dream, everything went to darkness, everything in my room disappeared, and when it started to fill with light, a man with golden robes appeared and smiled at me and reached out his hand. He was wearing all gold, had a golden hilt for his sword, and he smiled at me, but I was weary, and when I jumped back, I awoke, just as you did.
okay, so
I'm a little, I'm a little more, I'm still skeptical, of course, but the likeness of all our dreams made me want to reveal mine as being a little similar, but still different. So I'm still on the skeptical side, but I'm a little more trusting of this group, as these are all similar dreams, not exactly different in any way.
So, Joe, I want to roll a either an Arcana check or a History check, just to see if any of these descriptors bring up any sort of characters from stories or books, or like historical figures, somebody that I would have recognized in the books based off descriptions.
I'd like to roll a history check too, because I have a little bit of a history.
Okay. Pick whichever category you want to roll in. I'm not going to tell you to roll in history or Arcana, but if you pick one.
Wait, Arcana's magic, and history is like
history.
General knowledge, history, but does that encompasses magic, correct?
Somewhat.
But is it different because he's a human wizard, right? Like you're a human wizard, bro. Yeah. And then I am like a half elvish. Oh, okay. So can we decide who rolls what? Like, can we say like you're gonna roll this and I'm gonna roll this, or is that bad?
You can do that, yeah.
Okay, I'll do history then. Then we can have both. I will say this, Joe.
Can I roll with advantage, seeing as I saw the guard afflicted with magic? That maybe I attune more to like magic in terms of Arcana. Like
if you roll Arcana, then you can roll with advantage.
I'm gonna roll history.
Okay.
Freezy, or not Freezy, Vienna, you want to roll anything?
Okay, I rolled an 8 with a +4 on history. I got a 12.
Okay, so I rolled with advantage. My highest one was a 16.
Okay.
And then Vienna, would you like to roll any?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, so Freezy, you do know, like, but you kind of already knew this, that like the man you saw was wearing like, dark wizard robes.
Yeah.
Like typically, not associated with someone who, practices in more positive forms of magic, someone who is more akin to dark magic, but that's about all you get from that. And then Dan, you're drawing a blank.
Can I ask Qrow, why would I see someone that seems positive even though I'm wary? Mine was in golden cloaks and gave me a smile that in my view seemed almost as they were not threatening, but I'm constantly wary of everyone. Can I ask Qrow about this?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Would Qrow know anything though further?
From what I can gather, I don't know anything about your dreams.
Okay.
I can only tell it from mine because that was your experience, not mine.
Okay.
But whatever I can discern from my dream, the image that I got was not something of a positive light. It was more negative. But I can't say anything for certain. The only thing I could say for now is that we need to get into the library of the Lord's house. And I could probably pull some text or books because I just have a gut feeling that the nightmares, the wedding, everything is tied to this dark magic that is emanating from the Lord's house. So, from what I can tell right now, there's nothing I can give you in terms of information. But if we get into that library, I could probably pull some information.
All right, at
But,
this point, I'm going to be a little more trusting of Qrow.
Okay.
But
Wait, Ed.
I mean,
Sarah, can
Vienna,
you
I'm still
roll-
like, I don't know.
Sarah,
I
can
do like you, though,
give
'cause you gave me some
a- can you roll for Constitution?
Constitution.
What'd you say?
Never mind.
Okay.
It wasn't one of the subgenres. Okay.
No.
No, it's just ones.
I got a B. Oh, a 20. That's what that means. Where's my camera? It rolled
20,
a B.
like a
I
nat
don't even know if
20?
you can see that. It said a B, but it says 20 on the bottom plus -1, a 19.
Okay. So when you do smoke your herb, very manageable experience. It gives you the pleasurable euphoric effects, no hallucinations or anything like that. It's just like all around solid. Your tolerance is good.
Can I like tell the quality from the smell of it?
Sure, yeah.
Can I also have lit up some herb at this point
Okay,
after we're
then roll a
relaxing?
dexterity check.
Roll a
I'm
dexterity.
not rolling.
Yeah. Qrow's not.
But I'm-
My
but-
dexterity
Feel me?
is. Are we going base dexterity?
Or Constitution. I meant,
Constitution.
yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
base
that's the
Constitution,
same
yeah.
thing.
Did you
11
want me
plus
to
2,
roll
13.
anything?
I got a 13, Joe.
Not right now, Qrow. 13. Okay, Dragon starts to get a little paranoid.
Okay, I get a little. All right, no, that's
He starts
fair.
to get a little
I'm a
anxiety.
little- I smoke it after hearing all this. Yeah, I'm a little fucking on edge.
I
Makes
know how to
sense.
calm him down with my knowledge of it.
You could try. You could attempt to.
Okay.
But it
Do
doesn't-
you
I mean,
do you
know.
notice I'm bugging in the corner, like sitting there, like fucking, or are you just?
You want me to roll a medicine check?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see if I can calm you down.
Okay, thank
Wait,
you.
actually, roll a persuasion because you're persuading someone
Okay.
more so than.
And so, like, are we all like just chilling after having this conversation, just
Yeah,
doing our
yeah,
own thing,
yeah.
kind of at this table, smoking?
All right, here we go. Persuasion. I got an 11.
Ooh.
You can't persuade Dan to go down.
Do I start geeking?
A little bit.
Or not like
hallucinating,
okay,
but
yeah,
just
not like
you
too
have,
much.
Yeah,
paranoia,
I look at Dragon and I'm like, how much did you smoke? And you like show me the roach. I'm like, you smoked the whole thing?
Okay.
You're gonna be.
And then he's
fine.
like, he's like, no. He goes like, or what would you say if I said that?
I'm gonna say, wait, what did you say? I'd be like,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
Oh, you smoked the whole thing?
yeah.
I'm
Is that-
like,
that's not bad, is it, man? Like,
I'm just gonna
I'm
stand
chilling
up and, like,
though.
stand up and like just sort of like pace around the room, be like,
I'd be like, well, I'd be like, why are you pacing, man? Sit down, chill. Like, why are you pacing? And then I'd step up and probably like start like maybe walking around the room a little, trying to calm down. But I would try to stay my distance from you guys because I'd be on edge. I
Okay.
think.
All right.
All right.
That's gonna bring us to the end of
Okay.
day one.
Interesting.
So we're gonna stop it there. Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good first day. Y'all learned a lot.
Yeah.
Already, so that's good.
We've definitely
um,
improved. A little rough.
Yeah.
Notes are I have half a bag of smokable herbs.
I
I
have
like,
some
three-
basic. Yeah, Freezy got all the notes,
I got,
bro. He
I got
he
3
is.
pages of notes.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I got
I
like
mean, it plays into your character. It works, you know.
Yeah.
I got basic like information. Then I have my inventory and my money amount. That's like,
I'm just saying, like, my character has a notebook he's writing everything in.
yeah. I feel like
It's
you're
like,
more of the notes taker. Mine is more supposed to be like I'm mentally taking all this down. So mine are very like bare bone, like this. Nothing
Freezy's
in
like the
detail.
Hermione of the group. Dan's like the Harry, and then Sarah's like the
I'm
Ron.
I'm Ron. All right. Yeah.
But thank you everyone for anyone who stopped by, chatted, watched our first session. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We should be back here same time next Sunday.
Yes.
Same Bob time, same Bob place for session 2. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
That was awesome. I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Oh yeah, it was
Wanna
good.
continue. That went by really fast. It feels like we didn't do much. So I'm excited to
it's kinda the
continue
way it
this.
always feels,
That was like
yeah.
3 hours though.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
literally felt
exactly.
like an hour to me, man. Like I feel like that was so short, but I'm also a little fucking drunk. So, all right, thank you for on the steady decline. I know.
Yeah,
a little
thank you
different.
everyone. Appreciate it. We'll see you later.
Adios. Be back.